right off the bat. Well, you'll get a wheel spin at the end of the show, sir. It actually showed me it come in, but it wasn't in the chat. You were waiting for me to go live for that, huh?
No, actually, I was trying to get it in before you went. I just happened to hit enter as you went live.
All right. Yeah, I owe one to Ginger too, but I'll do it for him next weekend because he's back to work. I was in chatting with him this morning, gave him a little bit of time. Him and I hung out last night for a bit as well. All right, guys.
Is that for real?
Let's get
Nemo
a team.
Supremo clipped. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being serious. All right, check it out, guys. I know Facebook has put out different things.
I was like, where's that coming from? I can hear Santa Maria. Oh, whoops. A little bit of a silly start to the day. Burris TV, let's go. Guys, I don't have anybody up or anything when we do the buzzword, just so everyone knows, okay? We are going to do a music and just chatting stream later today. Howdy, there's something else that I looked into and stuff about that other project I was talking to you about before.
I don't remember what that project was.
Uh-huh.
My brain has been scattered all over this week, so I might not remember what you're talking about.
It was the music stuff.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. My brain went to the food review thing.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What I wanted to do. Well. We screwed that up, guys. All right, so let's get the show going here. Let's get this off. If there's anyone in here that can let me know how Captain Howdy's volume is coming through on Bumblebee Farmer 81.
Hello. My name is currently Skull the Barbarian. Soon to return to Captain Howdy. No, it's fine. Calling me Captain Howdy's fine.
It's force of habit, man. Like as long
as that's one of the reasons why I'm going back to the Captain Howdy thing. One of many. We'll talk about it though.
Well, the whole thing is if you adjust that in a little bit of a different way and stuff, wouldn't it possibly be where you were kind of concerned or worried about copyright infringement or anything else like that? If you kind of
so I did look that up. It is not copywritten.
Okay.
And it's not trademarked either.
All right.
I think it would come down to who would own the copyright or the trademark, since it was in The Exorcist first, and then in a song by Twisted Sister, and then in a movie by Dee Snider. So Dee Snider probably has the most claim to it, but I actually was going to. We can talk about this. So, for those that know, I have been following the show. I have Bell's palsy. Half of my face works, half of my face doesn't. I did it the opposite way. But I went to the doctor on Thursday and found out that this may be permanent now. There's no, like, when I raise my eyebrows, this side of my face does not raise at all. And they said, 2 to 3 months is usually when you see a lot of improvement. I'm on month 4 plus 2 weeks, and there hasn't been any improvement. So I got tested for Lyme disease, negative. I'm getting a MRI done on Thursday to see if there's anything in here that's causing it to not heal, or if it's just damaged. There's been talk about me possibly having to go to the University of Minnesota's neurology department, which I couldn't afford if I wanted to. So if it comes down to that, it's going to be, nah, I'll just live like this. But being that is possibly the case, I wanted to find a way to make this face work for me. Captain Howdy, the name I had before, Skull the Barbarian, was the ringmaster of a freak show. And because, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, I feel like a freak now, it seems fitting that I return to the Captain Howdy name in some way. So yeah, what we was talking about is, we're talking about the reason I changed my name was for a brand. I wanted the brand to be me. I'm doing these feats of strengths. I'm doing my best to lose a bunch of weight within a year, getting stronger. So the Barbarian seemed like a rightful change for me at that time. However, nobody likes the name. That's one. Hard for people to adjust from Captain Howdy, which they knew me for at least a year, to the Barbarian. And so that's one of the reasons why I talked about going back to Captain Howdy as well. So Captain Howdy is a name, the name Pazuzu, the devil demon, takes in the movie The Exorcist. And then there is the song Horror Tierra Parts 1 and 2, Captain Howdy and Street Justice, written and recorded by Twisted Sister. And then the movie Strangeland, which uses the Captain Howdy name, written by Dee Snider, and Dee Snider plays Captain Howdy in that movie. So we talked about possible copyright issues. If I try to get partner verified or whatever, I get denied because I have this name that's copyrighted or trademarked. I looked it up. Neither of those things are true. But because I am a person that likes to be respectful to artists specifically, I tried to find a way to contact Dee Snider and ask his permission to change my name or to use the Captain Howdy name. Unfortunately, there was no way. I couldn't. There's no way to message him on X. That's the only way I know that you can get a hold of him. I could maybe tweet him, but I think I don't want this to be a public conversation. This would be a conversation I have with Dee Snider himself and himself alone. I don't need his 30,000 plus or however many plus 300,000 plus followers engaging in this conversation. So I was trying to find a way to have that discussion for him. But when my name change limit is up, you can change your name on Kick every 60 days. When that time limit is up, I will go back to what it was before or some version of it if it's not already taken. So I will be known once again as Captain Howdy, and I think that has made many people, including Danae, much happier, because it's a lot easier for her to say Captain Howdy than she refused to say the Barbarian name. She hated it. She called me an imposter. So, and I'm not doing this to make her happy. This is for me. This is for me and what I feel comfortable with. And Skits, another friend of ours, said that the Captain Howdy name had a better vibe to it, and I appreciate that probably more than anything. Yeah, I appreciate that more than anything. So I think that's just the right change to make. On top of being a freak in a freak show. So yeah, I'll find out more on Thursday, probably Friday after the MRI results about what's going on. Um, it's not life threatening. It's just I hate the way I sound, and I need to turn that into something positive. So if I have to sound like Igor for the rest of my life, yes, Master, yes, Master, I'll do it.
Well,
So that was my week.
I think even if it's something that like you've said, it's not going to be going away. The muscles and stuff in your face are going to continue to adjust over time as well too. So I think that it's going to be less and less and less and less and less noticeable. Uh, Obviously for you, you know that it's there. So it's for us, it's not. You know what I mean? We don't even see it in the sense like because
You get used to it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you're Um, but those muscles are still and all the other muscles in your face and stuff are going to continue as you continue talking and continue carrying on with life and everything. Those will, and I'm sure your doctors are going to tell you the same thing, right? Like it's going to still improve, right? Like you know what I mean? As you're going. So
So she basically said when I saw her is that there's a solid chance that this is permanent. And if I can get some recovery back, sure, great. I'd love it. But right now it's the least of my worries because again,
yeah.
this doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. The only real
Hello, Rabbi.
annoying thing about it is that I can't, completely close my eye. So I'm gonna have to invest in eye drops at a constantly having to put these in. And on top of that, having to tape your eyes shut every night when you go to sleep is really tedious. It's just stupid.
Hmm.
It's a thing you take for granted. Your ability to blink, the ability to close your eyes when you want to sleep.
Now I
Once
have a
you lose that, it sucks.
yeah. Now with the tape thing, um, just give me 1 second. Bunny, I see you. Um, Tactical Rabbi, hello. How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. Um, the the thing with the taping of the eye. Hi, how you doing? The thing with taping the eye. Could you not, those little things that you put on over your eyes or whatever when you sleep? Would that not be a possible solution?
Um,
Maybe.
So I have an eye patch that I'll use every once in a while, and it works. The only problem with it is that because when you sleep, especially the way I do on a side sleep, and I tend to sleep like this, it moves. And
Mm-hmm.
because I am uh, you're late. Oh, Danae, you owe me 10 push-ups. Because I move and because I'm a dirty heathen that likes my room extremely cold when I sleep. Actually, most people probably do. I have a fan blowing on me at all times. So when that eye patch or those eye masks move, now I have an eye that doesn't close, getting air blown in it, which dries it out. So um, for short periods of time, I can put the eye patch on. But for overnight sleeping, I have to take it shut.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would suck. Like majorly suck. Um. So anything else interesting happen this week?
Well, I just had a
Hi,
discussion with
buddy.
my stepdad about investing. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to you dads out there. So I went to eat lunch with my stepdad and my mom just before getting here, and we were talking about my friend wants me to buy a house for $135,000 that's nearby him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cheaper than rent is what his selling point was. My stepdad used to build homes. He's very well off, so he knows what he's doing. I trust him with any financial advice that I can get. we worked out the math on a $160,000 home, and it ended up being more than I pay for rent right now. So he asked me about, because I mentioned winning the lottery all the time because I'm that dork.
Hey, you know what? If you
lottery.
don't buy a ticket, there's never a chance, right? So
I always buy my tickets. Winning the lottery it would be a nice dream, but it's not the dream. The dream is to be able to do something like this and make a living off doing it, which I know, and I'm realistic about this, and I think B would tell you to be realistic about it, and anybody else that's a partner. This is can you make a living doing it? Yes. Should you bank on it making a living for you? No. So I was talking to my stepdad, and I've always been ashamed to tell him that I'm a streamer because I figured he'd say, well, that's a silly dream. Why would you want to do that? What's the point? Turns out he could, because he was a programmer and he was making, a living. He was able to, pay his bills and do what he needed to do with that living. But he always wanted to be bigger than that. Like me, like you guys watching this, that are streamers. You want to be bigger than what you are right now. Many of you, maybe not. I don't know. But I want to be bigger than what I am. So he's like, well, when I was doing that, I started with this amount of money. I put it in the bank. I built it up, and then I started investing it and doing this and this and this and this. And that's how I got to where I am today. So I said, well, here's the thing that I'm doing. I made this amount of money in May, this amount of money in April, this amount of money this so far in June. He said, that's a pretty good start, which is surprising to me because I don't know how many streamers would feel about this, but like the amount of money that I said is piddly. It's small, way small. It's a percentage of my paycheck that's less than 5%. But to him, and mind you, he makes what I make in a year probably within a month and a half. So when he said it's good money, I was shocked to hear that. And he said, if you want to do this, this is the thing that you want to do. This is how you want to make your living, and this is how you want to make your income. Start with the money that you had, the money that you made, put it in the bank, build it up, and then when the time comes, take that money and go into investments. Now earn your income doing that to the point where you can start, quitting your day job because you have investments. You have income coming from your investments rather than clocking into a job at 6:30 in the morning, 5 days a week. That is going to get you nowhere because the yearly pay, that's your salary that I make, is half of what I've always been told I'm worth. I'll leave it at that. Because of my degrees and all that stuff and all my certifications, I should be making twice what I'm making right now. And the corporate side of things, when you get a raise, an annual raise, it doesn't cover inflation. Currently, especially not right now. You end up losing money as you go. The economy sucks. So hearing him not belittle what I want to do, for one, was huge because he and I had a very tumultuous start to our relationship. Whereas I don't know, I started learning from him and understanding him about more, or he did the opposite, or we just sort of figured each other out and met in the middle. But when he told me that, it's not silly for you to want to do this. This is what you want to do. This is what you can see yourself doing. Go for it. But you have to accept, and I know that a number of streamers have told me this before, you have to accept that this is not a guarantee. You have to accept that this is a gamble, and you have to be prepared to lose that gamble. So I listened to his advice. I had to run to get back to the show, but I told him, we're going to talk more about this. I think what the plan is for me to take what I earn, not just from this, but from the 2 side jobs I have, and putting that in the bank into a savings account until I build up enough where I can start investing it. I think the minimum is $5,000 if you're to do something like, I'm not smart enough to do my own investing. I think I need to go to like Edward, what's it called? Edward Jones, or
I
Merrill
think
Lynch or
you
whatever those are.
I think you could figure it out. I mean, like there's
Mm,
there's a
maybe,
there's a
maybe.
lot to it. I think that prior going to, and like you said, that your stepfather, he is quite good with those things and stuff too. So he could probably give you some pretty good guidance. And
He
there is
he
some
used
programs
Edward
for.
Jones though too, so he
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
he doesn't just take his money and invest it. He went to Edward Jones and he gave them money and said invest it for me, and that's I think what he ended up how he ended up getting where he was.
Right. Jeez, my nose is itchy. Um. Yeah. So with some of the things that you just said there, I mean, it's very true. Um. Okay. So everything that you do in life should be a choice, right? And no matter if it's your career path or just basically anything that you do in life, right? Every action that you do in life is a choice at the end of the day, right? So if you're choosing to go down this path, and it's awesome that you were thinking that, like you had it in your mind that you didn't really want to let him know what it was, like what your ambitions were or where you wanted to go, and that he is supportive of where you're going. That's absolutely amazing, right?
Oh yeah,
Um,
he gives the whole. This is the other part of it. He says, "Well, you have to have an idea for a brand in mind,"
hmm,
and I'm like, "Who are you? Like, where did this come
yeah.
from?"
Well,
He's like, "Yeah, think about how to make that brand work for you," and I'm like, "This is."
mhm.
I'm shocked to hear this from him. It was kind of cool. Sorry, I interrupted
No,
you. Go
no,
ahead.
no. You're good. You're good. You're good. Um, yeah, and I mean, as far as streaming, there is no guarantees. There is no guarantees. I mean, you have to set goals for yourself for sure, right? Like, you know what I mean. You have to have some form of ambition to where you would like to go with things, which is different for everyone. That's why everyone it's on their own individual journey. That's why. Now you mentioned last night about the Pokemons. Gab, I see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. You mentioned the Pokemon cards last night. Well, usually I'm not a trender, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, did I just crash or something?
Uh,
What is going on today?
no, I see you.
Um, yeah. Sorry guys. I just was checking to make sure that my gear was working properly. Um, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I got a little distracted there. Um, so yeah, as far as streaming, you need to have a goal and stuff. For me, I just want to be like, and this is my ambition in what it is that I'm doing as well too. I want to be a positive influence. I want to help encourage people to achieve their goals. I want to be there and be supportive. I was like this in my careers as well too, right? So that's kind of where my ambitions are going forward. Um, but like I said, you mentioned the Pokemon last night. So my chat had talked to me about opening cards like Pokemon cards. There's a wide variety of cards that are out there, and it is something. But the way that I would do it is it would go on one of the support wheels or something. If it landed on that, then we would open a pack, right? Um, and kind of go forward from there. Doo-doo-doo. I'm I got distracted about a thing here. Give me a second. Just I have to fix a thing here, guys. I
Hey,
have to fix
Gabby.
them. There we go. All right. Not exactly sure what was going on there. Kick was having having a fit or what? Okay, so um, I encourage when you're going on the streaming journey and stuff like that, that it is your journey, it's your channel, it's your path, it's the career that you're inspiring to do, right? For whatever reasons, and everyone has their own reasons because it's their own personal journey, right? Um, but I find a lot of people kind of go on trends over being an individual, right? Following in particular, well,
Yep.
this is what everyone else has done and they had success doing this. Well, using the tools, yes, right? But if they can, this is the problem with everyone doing all the same thing, right? If everything that you're doing is the same as what 50 other people are doing, what is it that you're doing that's going to bring people into you over the other 50 people that are doing the same thing, right? So it's kind of like one of those things there, right? Like you just build your show, right? Build your community, build your show, build your channel. I guess is where I was kind of going with that. And I do apologize, guys. I got distracted. Um, I was I seen a puzzling thing, and I just and my mind kind of like went off in other places. But today on the show, uh, I do have a little bit to talk about on TikToks. There was a couple of things. There was a lot of stuff about the usual things, botting, tabbing, the ads and stuff like that. Um, but it's pretty much that's pretty much all the same, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's just asking the same questions, receiving pretty much the same answers. The words are a little bit different, but it's all the same content. But there was a really, really good point that was made on TikToks that we're going to touch on today because I actually, everyone knows I used to multi-stream and everything like that as well too. So we are going to be getting into that. There's also a couple other things that Santa Maria did over the last week and stuff where he had some guests and stuff on his channel, and some interesting things got brought up. We do have a couple of VODs that we're going to play out um, for that, and we'll have a discussion on that as well too. Um, what else? What else? What else was there? We have our usual stuff. So we're probably going to get into the metal files right after I give a quick briefing. I'm waiting to hear back from Cocaina. We're kind of hoping that we'll have him on for a guest today. He was our featured streamer of the week on the BuzzWord. So we kind of wanted to bring him in and go over his journey. I do have a list of streamers. Howdy has a list of streamers and content creators as well too. All of our content creators that are on the list aren't just from Kick. I have some people that I follow on YouTube that I have on the list and I have reached out. Some people on Twitch, some people on Rumble and stuff. Because what we want our guests to actually have a mix because it's not just about like for us, it's about the content creator. It's about the creator themselves and their journey. And we get to ask them as well, like what was it that brought them to choose the platforms in which they use to work with and everything else like that. So through these types of conversations and stuff as well too, we're hoping to bring more information and in a positive manner and in a positive way out into the community, out into Kick, um, and throughout the the streamiverse, I guess is the best way I can put it, the streamiverse in itself. So we're going to get into that. Hopefully, Cocaina will be able to make it on today. I haven't heard from Aiden today, but I think she had some stuff that she wanted to bring on to the show today as well too. Um, yeah, I haven't got a message from anyone or anything there yet. So, but either way, Captain Howdy and I are here. Or sorry, Scald the Barbarian and I are here. It's Scald
You may
for
as well
the
just
for
get
the
used to calling
time
me
being.
Captain Howdy again at this
Yeah,
point.
Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna have a good show, guys. We're gonna be here for at least 2.5 to 3 hours here with you. We have plenty of content in which we're gonna do. So we're gonna head on over to Howdy here. Did you have anything else you wanted to bring to point before we do the metal files?
I don't think so. It was a interesting week.
Mm-hmm.
The short version is I am surviving and I will continue to survive.
Wasn't there? There's another thing that might get added to your metal files. I heard. I don't know. I heard a little rumor.
Oh,
Maybe perhaps.
so I'm gonna put this in your chat because it's because of my mouse that people don't hear me saying it right, but it is
Okay.
the mellow files.
Or mellow files.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, it's my mouse. I
No,
get
it's
it.
okay.
Yeah. So I was gonna bring that up, but well, let's start it off. So I'm gonna try something here first to see if this works.
Yeah, but hang on though. Wasn't there's another thing. Maybe we might have some people that might come on and debate on.
Well, we'll get into that, but let me
Okay.
start the whole thing here. So a mellophile is defined as a person that loves music. That's me.
Oh,
I
hang on.
am a mellophile. I am Captain Howdy, and this is the Mellophiles, which I'm going to say a number of times. So yes, so the way the Mellophiles works is this. Each week, I come up with a list of albums, 5 albums that I listen to throughout the week. They are the year is randomly chosen between 1957 and current. And then the release date of that album is determined by the week of the buzz file. So 4 of the 5 albums that I did this week came from the week of June 15th through June 21st. So one of the albums ended up being from March, but that's because it was released in 1962. There's not a whole lot written about albums that were released that early, at least on Wikipedia. I had to go to AllMusic to find the release date of this particular album, but to go through Wikipedia's list and try to find an album release date that fell into June 15th to 21st, more work than I'm willing to put in. So I listened to that album. I add tracks that I like from that album, or these albums, to my playlist, The History of the Martial Arts, which is available in Discord. I forgot to copy the link over. I'll do that after a bit.
Give me a second. I can do it.
In the BuzzWord Discord, you'll have access to the martial arts playlist, but also, and it's in the Metal Files channel. But also, as Bumblebee was alluding to, it was suggested that I discuss these albums with other people that have heard them. So what I'm doing now is on Monday morning, I will upload the week's albums into the Mellophiles channel on the Buzzword Discord. If you wish to participate in the discussion, you can listen to those albums as well as write your own notes.
I see you.
Here's the thing. Number one, these are the albums that I choose. So I'm not going to do albums that are requested because I do have set rules in place. They have to be released within the week that we are doing the Buzz File, within whatever year. Number two, you have to listen to the entire album. I know that's going to be tough. I know that's tough. Trust me when I talk about this next album coming up. It's tough to listen to an entire album, but you got to do it. It's a part of the deal. So
real quick, Addy, which link was it you wanted me to share?
The Discord link.
Oh, the Discord link. Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I thought
you have to listen. You can't just listen to a song and then have an opinion on the album. The project is the album, not the song. So you have to commit yourself to anywhere from between 30 minutes to 2 hours listening to an album a day, which, if you love music, if you're a mellophile like me, shouldn't be that hard to do. So and then when I get to the Metal Files, if you want to be a part of that, you can come into the channel.
Legacy.
We will have that discussion with you. This week, I don't have anybody set to do that. So I'm going to get right into the music itself. I'm going to start with an apology because this album, the first album on the list, is probably the worst album, one of the worst albums I've ever listened to in my entire life. This is The Deviants, and the album is Patu and it's spelled T-T-O-O-F-F exclamation point. It's psychedelic rock. It was released on June 1st, 1968. When I first heard this song specifically, the first thought I had was, if you've seen the movie This Is Spinal Tap, you'll know that Spinal Tap had a psychedelic band in the 60s called the Thamesmen, and they do a song called Listen to the Flower People or something like that. And I swear to God, this was a Spinal Tap song that I was listening to. This is called I'm Coming Home. Not the worst album on the song on the album, but like the difference is Spinal Tap is a spoof band. They're a joke. They're comedy. The Deviants want you to take them seriously. This album was released by mail order only in 1968 and had 8,000 copies or something like that first released. There's definitely some blues roots in the album, but overall, I never hate listening to an album as much as I did not this track, but there's a track on it called The Nothing Man, which if you ever would imagine insanity, look, okay, so put it this way. The original lead singer of Pink Floyd, he went mad, right? Mm-hmm. He had some, I think it was schizophrenia. And when he came out with an album after, I think he was replaced by the time they did The Wall. He came out with an album after that, and it was like listening to madness, is what it was. That's what Nothing Man is on this album. There is one redeeming track, and I was going to play that track for this segment, but it would have been deceitful for me to do that. There's a song on called Bun, which is it's very classical guitar. It's just guitar. It's got a little bit of reverb. It's a very sweet, pleasant track. If this was an album full of that, this would be an A+ album. However, you listen to this song, it's disorganized. Clearly there is some drug usage involved in the making of this album. Because this is a guy playing notes over notes. Just like it's out of tune, it's out of rhythm, it's madness. And I can't listen to madness. It makes me uncomfortable to listen to stuff like this. It just does. And I don't listen to music to be uncomfortable. I listen to music to be calm, soothed. Even the darkest of dark metal can soothe me. This does not. This is nails on a chalkboard for me. I just can't do it. So this is the Deviants Patu, and it was released on June 1st, 1968. Not my cup of tea. Some of you else out there might like it. I'd like to meet you. So that's where you get your chance to listen to the same albums I do and discuss them. Maybe you would like this album. I don't know. I doubt it. I'd be absolutely fucking shocked. But again, the Deviants for June 1st, 1968. I gave it a D only because one song saved it from an F. Up next is... So this is the album that was released on March 24th, 1962. By Adam Pace. And Adam Pace is an English singer, actor, and what was he? Like a financial attorney law or something, law attorney or something like that in the UK. There really isn't much. There's not much written about this album. In most albums before 1964, there's not a whole lot written about them unless they were so important to music that he would write essays about them. But this, I don't know why it stopped, but it did. Adam Pace, it's so this has that bubblegum pop sound to it. Sounds like surf music. Mm-hmm. But he also has songs on this that are vocal jazz. Think Frank Sinatra, or oh God, I'm going to think of his name. I got to think of his name right now. The Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra. When the moon hits your eye like a bigger pizza pie, that's amore. What's that guy's name? Dean Martin. So stuff like that is also on this album. I would call this album 1960s movie music, really. And it makes sense because the guy was an actor in the UK. I looked up what movies he did. Nothing that really stands out. Like it's not like he was in Casablanca, which is a 1940s movie, but that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. Or like Beach Blanket Bingo. He wasn't any of those. He was in a movie that was somewhat well known, but I no idea. But yeah, you can picture this whole dance thing going on, right?
Yeah.
The whole hip shaking things the girls would do actually the guys and the girls did. If you look at 1960s movies, there's a lot of this movement. I'm not dancing. I'm not standing up to do it because I'm sitting on the heat pad. But
oh, I don't even want to know about the heat pad.
From my back. So it's a lot of bubblegum pop. It's a lot of vocal jazz. And most of the songs, and this song is probably almost already over. Yeah, it's over. Most songs in 1960s, like early 1960s, they're not much longer than 2 minutes. Mm. So it's a quick listen. I gave it a C. It's what I expect from 1960s albums. But again, that was Adam Pace's eponymous album, Adam Pace, from March 24th, 1962. Up next is one of the pioneers of Christian rock. This is Petra. And this is their 12th studio album called Beyond Belief. It was released on June 20th, 1990. So if you remember what rock was like in 1990s, you had this.
Hang on one sec, Chad. Can you hear the song good? It's really low.
It's low.
It's a soft song though, so.
Okay. It's kind of loud in my ear, so it might be the volume you have it set to, maybe in Discord.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, so Petra, so you remember rock in 1990? It was an amalgam of three things. One, 80s glam or hair metal. Two, the synth pop metal of Bon Jovi, which led to a lot of ballads like this, and grunge music was just starting to come out. This is their biggest track on the album. When you listen to this album, you get that feeling of Bon Jovi rock. It's easy to see why they might be the pioneers of Christian rock, or one of the pioneers. But there's also, like, one of the most awkward tracks that I've ever listened to in my entire life was, you want to turn up jockey music, not me.
Oh, jockey music, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So, there's a track on this called Seen and Not Heard, which, one, do you know the song Heaven's on Fire by Kiss?
Yes.
Okay, they took that guitar line and put it directly in their song, which is awkward because it's a Christian rock band using a blatantly sexual song by Kiss as their guitar line in the song. The singles, the lyric is, sometimes God's children should be seen and not heard. What? What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I need someone to explain that. I thought you were going to answer what that means. Like,
I have no idea.
Like, if you're under the age of 18, don't talk, stay silent, go to your corner and shut the fuck up. Is that what it means? I was looking at that going, first off, why are they using Kiss?
You grew up through the 80s. That was pretty much our parents telling us this. Shut the fuck up and go outside.
They didn't tell me to be seen and not heard. They just said go outside and yell out there.
Yeah.
We'll call you when the streetlights come on.
Oh.
But some more about Petra. They're one of the pioneers of Christian rock. This is the band's most critically and commercially successful album. It won them a Grammy. It was certified gold. And yeah, the song "Seen and Not Heard" using awkward lyrics and the guitar line from "Heaven's on Fire."
Howdy.
As children should be seen and not heard.
Howdy, I guess they can't hear me in your stream.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Say something.
Hello. This is me. I'm the bee. To chilling.
Why? It's there. It shows it's on the right thing. Let me look at Steel Series.
Is there any movement on your mixer?
No. What it is say something now.
Howdy, how you doing?
Well, balls. Let me try there and then go back to Steel Series
We're
chat.
working on it, Bunny. Thank you.
Auxiliary, media, gaming, chat. I wonder if this did the same thing. Okay, say something now. Right. There we go. All right, there we go.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry.
It's just it's Steel Series, and I restarted my PC because of issues that I had last night. But you should be able to hear them now. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. So Petra, that was Petra. Beyond Belief, their most commercially successful album, from 1990, June 20th, 1990. Up next, we have one of the most iconic albums ever written and recorded. And some of you might recognize this song right away as being this artist's most famous. Or one of his most famous. One of my favorite movies is High Fidelity. I consider myself to be like Barry, which is Jack Black's character from the movie. And there's a scene where he's helping a customer buy an album. And he pulls out this particular album and he looks at the customer and says, "Don't tell anybody you don't own fucking Blonde on Blonde." This is Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, released in 1966 on June 20th. It's a double album and considered one of the first double rock double albums of all time. It's certified double platinum. It peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Top LPs chart. This is so Bob Dylan first started out as a folk rock artist. Until he did Highway 61 Revisited, he did mostly folk rock. Then he moved to a bit more of a blues rock type thing. And this is said to be the end of a trilogy of blues rock albums. And like I said, probably one of the most iconic rock albums of all time. If you're a vinyl enthusiast, you really ought to own this album. Whether or not you like Bob Dylan, I get Bob Dylan's voice can be grating. Because he's like, everybody must get stoned.
Oh, I love Bob Dylan.
Some people do.
He was a visionary, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're not going to hear me disagree with that. I only really liked I'll put it this way. I only liked one track on this album. This one. But it's not saying that the whole album is bad. The whole album is good. It's just not something that I would put on my playlist. It's a lot of blues rock. It's definitely music you can just put on in the background and lose yourself to. Nothing that would make me repeat it over and over and over again, except for this song. And this song was meant to be like a big fuck you to the folk rock community too, because it's all about getting stoned. Not really subtly either. Not subtly either. Everybody must get stoned. It's got that nice little Beatles marching thing to it. This could easily be a Beatles song,
right?
But it was not. This is a Bob Dylan song. So it's easy to see with this album why Bob Dylan is who he is, and why many rock enthusiasts revere him as they do. So literally, if you don't own Blonde on Blonde, if you've never heard Blonde on Blonde, you can stream it, go listen to it, go appreciate it for what it is. I could argue it being the #1 album for the week. The reason why I didn't is because the next album I think is a little bit more visionary for its time. Also, I like more tracks out the next album. But this was released in June 20th, 1966. This is Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, ranked at #2. I gave it a B-, which is probably an insult. So forgive me.
How about we do this as well too? So, what is your full? Because I think I missed a little bit there. You gave it a B-. What attributes of it completely gives it that grade? Fill us in on how you grade these in full.
So, first off, it's hard for me to give an artist anything less than a C. Giving a D means I despise it so much that I couldn't even give the artist credit for anything. And I don't like doing that because, #1, to be a recording artist is like being a streamer. It's a gamble. You are taking a gamble by putting your work out in the public to listen to purchase, to buy, to cherish. So that alone makes it really hard for me to give anything lower than a C. A C is average for me. Like if it meets my expectations. Like, so if I listen to, let's say I'm gonna get let me see. I'm trying to think of an album. Well, Adam Pace, which I gave a C. I read about it on Wikipedia. What is it, or I read about it as much as I possibly can. In that case, it's a 1960s album. He's a pop artist. What can I expect from 1960s pop? This meets my expectations. It's a C. Technically speaking, does it mean I'm going to like a song or not from that album? No. The reason I give Bob Dylan's a B- is for it has nothing to do with the number of songs that I like. Sometimes that is a factor. The next album, I liked half the songs on the album. They went into my playlist. That's why I gave it's not that much higher a rating than I did Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde has listenability. This is an album you can put on and not skip tracks. Right. It is a soundtrack for your next 2 hours-ish, an hour and a half, that you can put on and just appreciate listening to it. It starts out with Rainy Day Women, #12 and #35, or as everybody knows it, Everyone Must Get Stoned, which is a fun way to open up an album. But there's a lot of blues rock in it, and a lot of songs that you can get lost, like you realize you're listening to them, but you're not really listening to them. You're not thinking to yourself, when does this song end? But you might think to yourself, was this the same song as the last one? Not like that sounds like an insult. It's like it flows so nicely that you can just put it on. If you have vinyl, you can flip it over, go to the next one. You can listen to it, right? This is an album worth listening to. That's going to be a B- type, B+ type area.
Okay.
Also, what helps with Bob Dylan, really this should be the reason I should give it a higher rating than B-, is that it is literally an album that you ought to own. You should pay money for that album. If you have a vinyl record player, you should have Blonde on Blonde. Like I said, Barry in High Fidelity, don't tell anybody you don't fucking own Blonde on Blonde. Like he berates a customer for not owning it.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say it's definitely something. I'm kind of thinking the rating a little bit right now, where I should at least give it the same rating as I gave the next album, which is a B. But I don't have any hard rules for how I do it. I think there is better Bob Dylan albums. I will say that. Tangled Up in Blue is my favorite Bob Dylan song, and I'm trying to think of the album that is on. Is it called Tangled Up in Blue? It is on Blood on the Tracks. The album that he did before this one. I think that is a better album. So there's also that bar that you have to consider. Like, if you ask me to rate the Nine Inch Nails albums in order from A to F, The Fragile would be the A album from Nine Inch Nails. It would be their best album. That's the bar you have to measure against. Now I can think of very few Nine Inch Nails albums where I didn't like almost all of the album because I'm a Nine Inch Nails fan. The F album, the worst album of them, and this is saying a lot, is With Teeth. But it's not an album I don't enjoy. I like With Teeth. I don't love it. I love The Fragile. I could listen to The Fragile any day, all day, every day. With Teeth would be like, well, I haven't heard this album in a while. Let me pop this one on. Okay, yeah, I remember it. Let's go back to another Nine Inch Nails album. So that's kind of how that goes. Right? So maybe I should come up with a list of rules of how I rate these albums. I never really thought that much through. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Like some of these albums are not albums I'm hearing for the first time. Some of them are. This next album is not. It's not the first time I've heard this album. Pretty Hate Machine was amazing, but I would say that was your.
That was for me.
I would put that third. Honestly, I would go. Ooh, I don't even know how to go third. The Fragile would be first.
Yeah.
Hesitation marks, maybe second. This is where it gets difficult for me. The Fragile will always be first, no matter what. I will die on that hill. After that, ask me to rate Nine Inch Nails albums. You're asking for a lot from me. Like if you ask me what's your favorite Nine Inch Nails song, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Right.
Like they just released an album, Nine Inch Noise, with Boys Noise, that they performed live at Coachella. I've been listening to that a lot on repeat. It doesn't mean it's my favorite album. There's some great versions of like Closer and Heresy and other songs on there. Are they better? Maybe. Are they worse? Not really. Could I go on forever about them? Absolutely. So it gets difficult to rate these things. So such blasphemy from your mouth. You settle down, Schizophrenics. But we do have one more album. So that was Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, released June 20th, 1966. Up next is from June 16th, 2009. This is a little band called Street Sweeper Social Club, from a guitarist you may have heard of named Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, in case you didn't know. This is their first and only full-length debut album, or first and only full-length studio album. It has Tom Morello on guitar and Boots Riley from a band called The Coup. I've never heard of them before. This is their rap rock project, which Morello described as revolutionary party jams. If you know Tom Morello, you know that Tom Morello is Fragile was their infant album. Tom Morello is a very, very political musician. He has a degree in political science from Harvard. He's not an idiot. Okay, it's funny when people debate politics with him. But I mean, Rage Against the Machine was an anti-establishment, against the government band. It's not different here with Street Sweeper Social Club. A lot of the music, a lot of the lyrics is very fuck the government. This is the first track from that album. It's called 100 Little Curses. So the difference between Rage Against the Machine and, like, if you take up Bootsy Collins' vocals and imagine Zach De La Rocha, you could imagine this being Rage Against the Machine, right? But there's a bit of a difference to me in the production quality. Rage Against the Machine is very well produced. It sounds like a studio album. There's processing on the drums and the guitar and the vocals and the bass that makes it sound like an album you picked up in the store. Whereas this, and I think this is what really makes this album, gives it its charm, is that this sounds like you're sitting in a garage listening to the band perform.
Yeah. I feel that.
The entire album it is this production quality. There's processing on it, but that guitar sounds like it's 5 feet from you. The drum sounds like 7 feet from you. The vocal sounds like he's 4 feet from you. Like it's like I'm sitting in a little garage. I've got a beer in my hand, and I'm just, woo, like that kind of thing. So that's what this album is. There's a lot of good songs on this. You have The Oath, 100 Little Curses, Clap for the Killers, Promenade, Good Morning, Mrs. Smith. You can listen, again, this is an album you can listen to front to back all the way through. Very listenable album. Definitely something, as Tom really would say, revolutionary party. If you want to listen to a party, if you want to have a party during the revolution, here's your soundtrack for it. And I would encourage you to explore a little bit more as Street Sweeper. They put out a couple of EPs, one called the Ghetto Blaster EP, which has covers of MIA's Paper Planes and LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out, which are really, really good covers in a Tom Morello style, so you can imagine that. But yeah, that was Street Sweeper Social Club by Street Sweeper Social Club, their only full-length studio album, which was released on June 16th, 2009, and that was the year they opened for the Ninja Tour. That's 9 Inch Nails and Jane's Addiction. They were the opener. And I remember distinctly that there was a EP that came out announcing that tour, and I went out and got that CD immediately. It was 2 songs from Street Sweeper, 2 songs from Jane's Addiction, 2 songs from 9 Inch Nails that you got on this little sampler CD because they did a summer tour that year. And it was, I wish I got to see that, but I did not. But yeah, if you're a Rage Against the Machine fan, I would say you definitely would enjoy that album. Street Sweeper Social Club, go get it. That is this week's Mellow Files. Again, we have the worst album ever created in the history of mankind, The Deviants with 2, released on June 1st, 1968. Adam's Face, released on March 24th, 1962. Petra's Beyond Belief, released on June 20th, 1990. Blonde on Blonde by Bob Dylan on June 20th, 1966. And finally, Street Sweeper Social Club, released on June 16th, 2009. And again, if you wish to be a part of this discussion, to tell me to fuck off or that you agree with me, you can go to the BuzzWord Discord, join it, and check out the Metal Files channel. Tomorrow, I'll put in the next week's albums that I'll be listening to. Listen to them give them a full listen, take your notes, and we can discuss it next week.
Okay, so also, could you possibly put in there, because we did go a little bit over how you grade the album and stuff as well too.
Sure.
Just kind of say, like, these are the things I look at as a grade A album, or that I look for in a grade A album. put in what it is that you look for, maybe possibly, and that also gives that adds to
I can say
the
this:
debate, right?
an F album is an album you just wish would be over. Like
Well, I
you're
would
on
think,
track
yeah,
3
that one's
of
pretty
Quell, and you're like,
obvious.
is this fucking over yet? Oh my god! And that was me with the Deviants. That one track saved it from being an F.
Right. Okay. So here, let's pull that down so we can put the buzzword back up.
Oh, I gotta do the.
There we go. All right. So we do have some other stuff that we're doing here. So yeah, for sure, as usual, always some great songs coming from Howdy here, guys. Or Scald, that's yeah,
You just
from Barbar. That's
Bar.
what I call him when I go into his chat. I'm just like, yeah, I'm here, Barbar. Just kind of abbreviation
I
from
still
Barbarian.
I still want to pick a fight with Aiden for saying that Fragile was Nine Inch Nails' Infinite album.
Well, I think she's coming in here in a short, so you guys can have it out if you like. Excuse me, sorry guys. Think about it. So yeah, as Howdy was saying, guys, join into the Discord if you'd like to kind of debate the grading on the albums and stuff that Howdy is doing. This was a great idea that was suggested by a friend. And he's down to do it. I think we have a particular person that might actually come in as well. Another friend of ours that might come in and debate him with Howdy as well. So, yeah, like I say, put the grade in there, or how you grade it. It doesn't mean that they have to necessarily grade the album that way though, right? What are you thinking,
No.
Howdy? Right?
No, you should. I mean, if you want to do the
just
thumbs
show
up,
what it
thumbs
is
down thing, give it a number rating, whatever. You can have your rating. You can use my rating, whatever it is you want to do. Really, it's just about discussing the music itself. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Nixon. Nix, sorry.
Hi. Hello.
I'll get your spin at the end.
You're gonna get my skin? What?
No, Nix get to the sub to Dick Sauce. So I'll
his spin, not skin. The wheel spin at the end of the stream. I owe Howdy one too. So
I mean, I can give you skin if you'd like.
Hey, keep it clean. Keep it clean. This is the buzzword. This isn't
Put your clothes back on.
This isn't the booby show. All right. So what are we moving to next?
Well,
Aiden, how was your week?
Oh yeah, could do that too.
Yeah, Aiden's just arrived. So how was your week, Aiden?
Oh, overslept.
You overslept?
Yeah. I've been working on a website, so yeah, my sister literally wakes up at like 5 in the morning and like breaks things.
There you go. Well, that's what sisters are for. Me, I got blessed with 7 of them. So, let me see. Next, I see you. Okay. What was you bringing in this week, Aiden? Did you have any other news? How did we make out with our friends at Brand Pop, right? Is it? Yeah, Brand Pop.
They didn't contact me back when they got home, so I think we're just gonna have to wait till next week and let them get settled.
Okay.
Fake news right now. Too Tall has hit 75 CCV.
Mm-hmm.
He does not have the subs.
How many subs is Too Tall shy?
12.
Okay, he needs 12 more for 12 more of 25 for partner.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Too Tall. He was our first streamer that we had on the buzzword. We're going to bring him in for a
Sorry.
talk.
I said he needs 11 now.
He needs
I
11.
just relooked. Yeah.
Okay. So he's on his partner push. He's just shy 11 direct subs, guys. Is he going to be live today?
I probably am not exactly sure. I haven't talked to him yet. I literally just woke up and went, oh, I'm late.
Yeah, that's the way. Damn, we fixed them. Puff, let's go. Yeah, so Too Tall Guys is I've got in to see him. He's a really good creator. He's been pushing hard for a while now. And all he needs, he's done the work pushing for that CCV. He's got that 75 CCV, guys. If there's anyone that is able to drop a direct sub in on Too Tall so that he could get that partner application in, it'd be greatly appreciated. I think all ways round. Too Tall will definitely appreciate it for sure. Was there anyone else that was really extremely? I think there was someone else that was close to a partner as well too. They were just missing something.
Do have some new. That would be Firebird Girl. She is at 62 or 75 CCV.
She already has all her subs though, I think.
She has all her subs. Yep. Yeah. That was the only other one I got. I got a couple other people here. Some of these people. So if you're on verification grind, and we talked about this last week, if you're trying to get verified, if you're trying to get partner, please put your numbers in, your title.
Yes,
because I got 4 people here. 2 of them on a partner. I have no idea what your numbers are. 3 of them on partner. That's X-Goons, It's Just Danny, and Hyde and Jekyll. All were on partner grinds. When I looked at the numbers, and I didn't know I couldn't see anything. I didn't know what your numbers are. And then there's the JL crew as on a verification grind. I don't know what those numbers are. I did get Blue Dog.
Yeah, I got to talk with him to make sure he puts them in his title.
I got Blue Dog Stevens. He's on a partner grind. He's at 41 of 75 CCV and 4 of 25 subs. So he definitely needs the subs. And then Firebird Girl PC, which you just mentioned. And then I know that X Rogue, who tortured us sufficiently last week, is trying to get verified. Only has 199 followers right now. So if you can add them to your list of people to follow, do so. Myself, I am also on a verification grind. I don't have my numbers on this stream because this is the buzzword, not me. So I think last I saw it was like 11 of 20. No, 11 of 25.
We can post those. We can post those on the buzzword. If we know what it is, we can post them on our social medias, and we could probably put them in the buzzword as well too, Aiden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sub one and the CCV is going to change. That would be something that would be changing regular, I guess. So.
Well, I'm at 11 of 50.
I don't know
CCV and 7 of 10 subs. So that's where I'm at with that. And then the only other kick streamer news I have is that Exploding Beef, our good friend Exploding Beef, is having his partner anniversary next Saturday on June 27th. I asked him what kind of shenanigans he's going to get into. He said many. He didn't tell me all of them, but he said there will probably be some waxing and some eggs. So
yeah, I think it's been a while since he's had an egg cracked on his head. Probably.
Yep.
I can't remember last time he's done that.
So make sure you tune in to Exploding Beef on Saturday, the June 27th, for his partner anniversary.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think putting up their names and it's clickable makes people go look, but if they're not putting it in their titles.
Yeah, well, the only way that they can actually keep up the base, because I mean, we want to be there for everyone as much as what we can, but if we can put the base in there, like once we know about it and we make a post and put it out there and stuff at the beginning of the week, that's kind of like where they're at, but it's definitely going to be up to them to keep it updated in their title so that everyone knows what's going on. we're just kind of showing like this is how far they come. This is what they need. If there's any way that you can help them, that's about what we can do there. I do have some streamer news as well too. Vayhexia is here. Mauricia, I see you. Just give me a second, bro. Redeem support, much love. I appreciate you. Two talls in the chat there. I see you, Blaze. Oh, spelled it wrong. Is it the EA? Or no, it went. Okay, that's yeah. That's both of A's links right there. She's doing this on both both. Let's see if I got this. I know I did a different copy and paste. So I'm going to paste this in the chat here, guys. This gives a little explanation of what the charity is about. This is something that the VTube community has been doing for a while now. Let's see. Frosty, let's go. So there, that gives you, it's the SummerSlam is a community charity event where VTubers and creators stream together for 10 days to raise money for gamers outreach. Okay, the funds help provide go-karts, portable medical grade gaming stations to children hospitals around children in hospitals around the world, giving kids a chance to play games during their hospital stays and brings a little joy to a difficult times. So this is what Vaya sent me. There's Vaya's links. She can explain it way, way better, guys. So definitely check out Vaya. She is both Vayhexia is on Kick and on Twitch, guys. She's doing it on both channels. It is Tiltify, the same as what I use for our breast cancer awareness every October. So when you donate into it, it goes directly into the said charity that is there. Jeff of Munchies, let's go. So yeah, guys, definitely check out and see what Vay's doing. I will be putting this out on my personal, well, not personal, but the Bumblebee Farmer 81 social medias, as well as we'll be putting it out for BuzzWord 2. I'm going to get a little bit of a better explanation as well and do a proper post about it. She reached out to me the other day to let me know that she's doing that right now. I like the name Buzzword. We will be buzzing around. I appreciate you, Glaze. Mr. Frosty, just wanted to say you're doing great. Okay. Thank you, Frosty. I appreciate you. And Jeff, let's go. All right, guys. So I'm going to... Excuse me. Do you guys have anything else? Any other streamers out there that we got something going on for right now?
That's all I caught this week. And again, before we go further, if you are a streamer, you have an event, you are looking for a partner, you are looking for verification, you should please join the Discord for the Buzzword and let us know. We try to catch everything we can, but we can't always, because we have our own streams and our daily lives to get through as well, and we want to make sure that we highlight you for any events, partner grind, verification grind. You can every single week. We want to support you getting there, and the only way for us to know half the time is for you to tell us. So join the Discord or go to vonwolves.com / the buzzword.
We got a link. You can just put exclamation BW in the chat there. Anyone can do that. I don't have that set on any in particular permissions. There you go.
Buzzword.html. Let me copy paste that real quick. Damn it.
Yeah.
So that I have that. And
so this is another thing.
You can hit if there's a link on there that says that you got an event, hit the button and it can tell us about the event that you have coming up. And this also goes, your events also goes on that website.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, guys, even letting us know, and I know that for us, we're kind of like, if we don't see your number, we don't know who needs us the most when we're hosting out, right? If that number is blocked and you could already be sitting there with 300, 350 people, or maybe 150, what have you,
5.
right? Or you could be sitting there with 5 or 25 or etc. We don't know what that number is, yet there's someone else that we're trying to help as well too, and theirs is over here, and we can clearly see they got 35 people in there, and we know that they're grinding and they're pushing to get their verification or get the CCV for verification or partner. And I got a host of 65, 80, maybe 100 people that I'm going to host into someone at the end of my stream. I want to take that to some place where I know that it's going to be able to help a person that is on that grind. When I can't see the number, I'm always going to go to the number that I can see, right? And I do understand, because this came right from Eddie. I know, I was there for the kick talk when he was like, okay, let's all just hide our number and everything like that too. And and I get it. I see it, but I think that he didn't really see the point in what I'm trying to make here. If you're on a verification and you're on a partner grind, hiding your number is, and that's the thing. It's not just us that feel that way. It isn't that others feel the opposite of this. This is just merely my opinion. Actually, I don't even want to include my co-hosts in this. This is my opinion. If
No,
I can't see, if I can't see the number, I'm going to go to somewhere where I can see the number. Right? And I do apologize if that makes me a dick, but
no, it's true. And I feel like
right?
Eddie told everybody not to worry about the numbers because he sits in a place where he doesn't need to worry about them. Right?
Yeah. Puff, Lady Panic Pants, I see you. Mystic Nova, Trolls. Thank you for being here, guys. Okay, I need to dip just for 1 second, fill up my glass of drink here, and use the washroom. So I'm going to pass the mic over to you guys, and you can have that argument about the album if you want to, or what to do there. I'll be right back.
Fragile was their baby album. Okay.
What do you mean their baby? What do you mean their baby album?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Not their baby album. The Fragile is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece.
Please, they were testing the water.
Let me put it to you this way. When you go to a Nine Inch Nails show, how many songs do they perform from the Pretty Hate Machine?
I've never been to a Nine Inch Nails.
Maybe up to 3. They always do Head Like a Hole. Always. Sometimes they do Terrible Lie. Sometimes they do Something I Can Never Have.
3 of their most famous songs.
Ooh. Okay. Their most famous song is going to be Closer.
Sure.
Or as people that aren't fans, and this drives me nuts every time. Hey, can you play Fuck You Like an Animal? It's my AI camera does that. I try to turn it off and just have a moment of its own. So I'm trying to think of what they played from the last tour. I don't even know if they did anything from the Fragile, so it's not really a valid argument. Because they didn't do Starfuckers Inc. They did a lot from God damn, now you come think of it, I can't even remember the last let's see, what the hell was the name of the tour even? I've seen so many Nine Inch Nails show at this point that I can't remember what the tours are even called. Because Skits, who's in my channel, we were talking about this the other day. He doesn't like Ghosts, which is their their complete instrumental album. That album did, and I'll say this, and whether it's a defense award or not a defense award, but that album did win them a country music award. Because they had what's his name? Lil Nas X had the song "Old Town Road," which uses a track from Ghost as the backing music, and then has Billy Ray Cyrus also singing on it, and that won a country music award, hence winning Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross a country music award. But the last tour I saw before this last one was the Hesitation Marks tour, and they did like 3 or 4 tracks from Ghosts. With Teeth is their most commercially successful album, and it's my least favorite album. You have Only on it, you have The Hand That Feeds on it, and then pretty much they don't play anything else from that album. This last tour they just played The Hand That Feeds. That's it. I would think their more experimental album, the one they were really testing the waters with, is not The Fragile. It's Year Zero. And I remember the whole, so I've been following Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails. As long as there's a way for me to connect to any of their media, I do it. In fact, when I had my own radio show, I tried to get Trent Reznor as a guest. He is my dream guest. If I ever got to interview Trent Reznor, I think I'd be able to just call it a day at that point. Not die, just say I've done everything I need to do here. I've done it. There's a point in time where he said in the media that he's taking a lot of inspiration from Dr. Dre when writing Year Zero. And everybody thought, like, there's not everybody, but there's a whole swath of Nine Inch Nails fans who thought Trent Reznor was trying to create a hip hop album, which is ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous sentiment I've ever heard anybody come up with. Trent Reznor is not going to fashion himself a hip hop artist or a rap star. Yes, every album, the glory of being a Nine Inch Nails fan is that every album that you get, the next album that you get, does not sound at all like the last album. Like, you had Pretty Hate Machine, and then you had Broken. Broken doesn't sound at all like Pretty Hate Machine. Then you had The Downward Spiral. Doesn't sound at all like Broken. Then you had With Teeth, which doesn't sound at all like you just, everything is different. Everything is.
Yeah, it's easy to track. It's easy to track their eras, but yeah. No.
Yeah. I think what we're going to get now more from Trent Reznor is that he's going to go more and more and more into completely electronic dance music. With this collaboration with Boys Noise that he just did, clearly was meant to be more of a rave than an industrial show, but with industrial lyrics. The whole Tron soundtrack thing, clearly it's 4 on the floor, bass beats, drum beats. It's meant to be music you can go out on the dance floor to, not something you mosh pit to. It's way different from Broken. You're not getting a lot of guitar heavy driven music. You're getting a lot of electronic stuff, and that might be Atticus Ross's influence in it. The Fragile, like, I remember buying that album, and I went to South Dakota. I went on a 3-hour drive for a booty call. I'll leave it at that. This is 1995, 96, something like that. I can't remember. 97, I think, was when it came out, or 98. And I played that album on repeat the entire weekend that I was there, just over and over and over again. It starts off so strong. What I really love when it comes to albums, like all albums, and this could go into my rating system too. If you start an album off with a gut punch and finish with a sort of "it'll be okay" pat on the head, that I love that. I don't like slow builds. I like slow come downs. I want the album to, like, right away when you hit that first track, you're like, oh my god, okay, this is what we're getting. Last week we had Black Leg Burns' Cruel Melody. It starts off with that gut punch. It starts off with a, hi, I'm here now, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and it ends with, I'm sorry I did that, let's just cuddle for a little bit. Like, that's the way I love that sort of journey on an album. So The Fragile does that. It starts off with Somewhat Damaged, I believe, and then ends with La Mer, which is a sort of kind of way to end. So go ahead, tell me how it's an infant album.
Yeah, pieces in Bumblebee's chat, hidden numbers could have hundreds of viewers. I mean, they could also have none, but let's face it, most of us, guys and gals, want to see how many there are. I mean, it's a communication thing, really, if you keep that up there, because, if we're streaming and we're about to rate out, we're going down our list, and if it's in your title, like, we're not going to go into everybody's chat and go, hey, what's your CCV right now? What's going on? How many people do you got? Like, how close are you? That would be crazy. Like, just the sheer number of people that are on everybody's list that are grinding, it's not doable. So yeah, your title and your live numbers, that's a way of communicating with people. And I don't care if people think I'm an asshole for it. We need communication, and communication is the key. There you go.
I think you have to help yourself by helping us help you. But we need to have that information. And not just us three. We're not the be all end all whether or not you get verification or partner. We are just a fraction of that, but we want to help. And there are other streamers out there. As we mentioned before, Kick is a streamer platform. It's a platform of streamers. We are getting more viewers, more and more each time we come along. But right now, we have to support each other. And in order for us to support you, you have to support yourself.
Like right now, like Tutal is not online. Right now, if you go in Tutal's chat, he is keeping track in his chat of the subs he's getting. So, and pinning them so people know what's going on. Like that communication, right?
Well, I mean, it's been like that for a while. Like most people already know that, right? Like pin that in your chat. Let us know where you're to. Sheik, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Sunday, brother. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's like it makes it easier for us to know where to go for sure.
And there's so many people that are grinding, and like, as a partner streamer who doesn't need to grind when I'm hosting out, it's like I feel bad. I feel bad sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I've got like these number of friends, and which one do I pick? And the one that's got the communication's going to be like top on the list, right? Because I know where I'm going. I know how close they are. I know what they need, right?
Okay, guys, I still haven't heard back from Diego, Cocaina. So now, where am I? Do the right thing. I do have a couple of VODs.
Okay, so
from the Kick Talks. But before we get into that segment, was there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about before we move into?
Well, let's get this stuff out of the way too, because I have a feeling we're having a meated discussion on these VODs. So, this week's Twitch drops. We've got ending tomorrow. We have League of Legends, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Elder Scrolls Online, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Ending on the Tuesday, we got 007 First Light, Palia, The Division 2, and Marbles on Stream. Ending on Tuesday, the 24th, we got Where Winds Meet and Sea of Thieves. Ending on the 25th, we got Battlefield 6. Ending on June 30th, Star Wars The Old Republic. And ending on July 2nd, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Marvel Rivals has a Twitch drop going until the 10th of July, Overwatch until the 13th, as well as Dead by Daylight. And finally, World of Warcraft has a drop going on until July 14th. On the Kick side of things, we've got the Rust drops going until June 21st. And I still don't know how the football soccer jersey thing works, but it's going on until July 19th.
You have to watch the particular channels that are... And
well, that I get, but what are the jerseys that you're getting? What do they? I still don't know what they
basically
are.
You're going to get entered in. There's I can't remember the number exactly. I think there might be 10 of each jersey, or it
Okay.
might be one of each jersey in total. I'm not even sure because I think there might be 10 of them there, but I do remember seeing 10. Um, but you have to watch to be able to get those drops. You have to watch the particular channels, and I'm not 100% sure. There was an X post on it, but I don't know if they gave us the exact channels that we're supposed to be watching there. Aiden, did you see the X post on that?
There is a
No.
list
There's a
in
list
Kick.
Is
in
there a
Kick.
list?
There's a
Because
list.
Yeah,
I didn't see
if
where
you
the
go to
list
drops
was.
and Kick, you'll see a whole list of the streamers that are out there. This is a
Okay,
long
okay.
list.
I hadn't seen it because I really didn't have
I
much
am
interest in
actually kind
winning
of
a jersey, but
disappointed with they didn't really hype it. Like I feel it needed more hype, or even just a clear explanation that's somewhere, because I'm
this
not
is
sure what's
true.
going on with those.
There's definitely a little bit more that could have been promoted about it. I think I seen like AX post about it,
Yeah, I
and
didn't even see that
yeah,
X post. I just look at the drops and it just says Jersey, and I'm like, okay, like
yeah. The
because they've
jerseys
got the
actually look
space
pretty
to put in a
cool, but
blur,
yeah.
right? I am
Um.
excited about the things that changed this week, and I got to see one in action, and I was like, holy crap, it works.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, and I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to or not, Aiden. But those of us that is it only the KPP or does it show it? No, because Crew said he's seen it as well too. So guys, you got a new in your dashboard. You have a new tab there or a new you can't even call it a tab. It's like a indicator, I guess. Um, for your stream, the healthy stream, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Mine was saying it said the other day that it was this configuration error, and I was trying to figure out what that meant, and I couldn't find a cause for it. It's healthy for me now, but yeah.
Crew was telling me this morning he had the same error, and what he did is he just went in and took his key out of his OBS and re-entered his kick key into his OBS, and it fixed it.
Okay.
So,
Um,
and this isn't an uncommon thing, especially when a platform is doing a lot of updates. That happens on occasion. I used to run into it a little bit more with multi-streaming.
what's your error spell?
Hmm?
I don't have it now. It's healthy now. I couldn't remember. It said something about configuration. And I don't remember what it was. But
Since that's been added, people are getting encoder issues. So I can't.
I haven't had a problem since it showed up, actually, to be honest with you, oddly enough.
So Necro and another friend of mine, I'm just trying to bring it up
I
here.
say that, and I'm in here right now, and it's saying that I'm misconfigured.
yeah, that's what it was. Misconfigured.
Okay, so if you go under your stream keys, right, there's recommended encoder settings, and this is why you're getting that error, is because your encoding settings are wrong. Why are they wrong? Probably because you have your output resolution too high for what your computer is, and there's many reasons for that. Also, and I don't even know how Necro did this, but he had his frame rate, which is your FPS, set at 48, and
Mhm.
it was going crazy. Like, I don't even know how he did it. I don't even know. He put it on 60. He's great. He adjusted his resolution for what he could support.
Well, it's got my frame rate at 60. It's saying
What's
suggested bit rate 8,000, which they can't even produce 8,000. They can only produce 6,000 here right now currently. And I got mine set at 55, and that's what I actually been streaming from for a good long while. So I don't know.
that bit rate is also going to rely a lot on people's internet and their connection kit, right?
Mm.
There's a very important setting under there now, though, guys. This is what I'm excited about. Okay. If you go to your stream URL and key and you scroll to the bottom, there is a drop-down menu saying advanced settings.
Okay.
Where at?
Under your dashboard, under stream and URL. Okay, open that up, go to the bottom. There's like a thing that says advanced settings. It's a drop-down menu. Open that up.
Already done.
I'm talking to Sprout.
Yeah, see it.
Okay, why is this important, guys? If you disconnect a lot because of your internet or whatever reason, turn this button on. Disconnect protection. Turn that on. So I don't know. Deadly Who was grinding.
You can't switch it on while you're streaming.
No.
Yep, you have to do it offline.
Okay. Well, I know where it is now, and I'm gonna have to go in and fix this thing after anyway.
Deadly Who crashes a lot. He is grinding right now. We dropped 314 people in his chat a week ago. He lost them within 2 minutes because his internet went out. He couldn't even host out. Okay. Last night, he lost net for like a split second twice. And he was like, there go my numbers. Nope. You get 60 seconds to reconnect or jump on your phone and host out to someone and save those numbers. Wow. It works. We watched it work. It's not going to. So he first got disconnected. His chat came back as 0. When he reconnected, he was freaking out. His dashboard, however, was showing that all the numbers were still there. So he kept going. Happen again, same thing. This will save you guys if you're grinding and you have shitty internet. If your power goes out, obviously you can't just come back from that. You have time to get on your phone, type /host, and send your numbers to someone else instead of losing them all, right? I love it. Definitely happy about this ad.
All right. Yeah, that is definitely a bonus thing.
You just poke yourself in the eye, Skulls.
No, I have to use eye drops now constantly.
All right. So, was there any other new ads this week that we haven't touched base on yet?
Well, there is the session healthy thing. I personally haven't seen it become unhealthy.
Today is my first time seeing it, to be honest with you.
That only deals with your connection to Kick. So if you're connected, like if that starts going off, that's your warning that, you know, something's going on with whatever, like you're having storms or whatever. But also those encoders, guys, go over them. Like, check them out, because some people do not have them set right and they're having a lot of issues. We've seen a lot of people crashing lately. I know we all want to put in the really big numbers, but if your computer can't support it, Kick's not going to be able to support your connection either.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I have been streaming at a bit rate of, I think my well, I can tell you in just a second. $5,000, and I've been streaming out 5,000 for pretty much as long as I've been streaming over here.
I think it might have default reset when they did the episode.
Yeah, and I think that's why taking and putting your refreshing your stream key would probably fix it. But
yeah, I think at 25,000 or something, and now I'm back at 8. So I think it might have refreshed when they updated things today or this week.
Yeah, like I say, my last couple of ever since that tab come in there, it was showing healthy for me right up until today. So, but just shortly ago, it wasn't showing any of my emotes, even when I go into like actually You go into the little emote chummy there and stuff. I was getting nothing in there. It was saying my emotes were empty, right? I'm subscribed into over 100 channels. I got a shit ton of emotes. Where's all my emotes gone to? Right?
I mean, when I first brought up, like when I first went, oh my god, I'm late, and brought up everybody's window, I couldn't see anybody's sub button. The subscribe button was just a gray button I couldn't click.
Well,
Like it was flashing.
Yeah, another thing today is when I had crew up, Dash crew up, and I could hear them, the audio and everything. Then it went black screen. I refreshed it 5 or 6 times, like F5 did not reset. I pulled them up again fresh, and I could now get the video with the audio. Right? So they're probably working on stuff today as well too, because I've already seen a couple of little glitches.
Our beta for ads is done, but I've noticed something really cool. So when Deadly lost connection, this big like plug was unplugged from its, in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It took over. It was like a kick page saying like this person had disconnected, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to go watch my own VOD for something, and there's like a new ad over top of my VOD when it first starts.
Oh well. What do you mean? New ad over the front of it? Is it just the kick thing, or
Yeah, you know how like last week we'd go to our VOD and it'd be kick and it would do the right, like the shaky. Yeah. No, this week it was it's like a weird kick figurine.
Now I have to go see.
Okay.
Now I have to go see. Hang on.
See, and it's not on Two Talls. Like maybe it's because I'm a partner, but when where's mine?
No, I just had the regular one. I think. I'm not sure.
They are definitely adding things.
Oh yeah,
little things, right? Like
they're always tinkering around back there.
Yeah, and you just catch them for a second, and you're like, "Wait, what was that?" There you go.
Yeah, it's true.
So the kick symbol just came up on this VOD. They also that's another thing. When the ads were running, I tried to clip.
Oh, let's start with one that's really in people's mouths right now.
Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting prepared for what I'm going to be doing next.
Okay, well, when we were running the ads, I did try to clip the it was just a kick symbol they were using to test, but I was trying to clip it. It did not show up on the bots. So I don't know what that means exactly. Does that mean our VODs are clean, but like our live stream just, I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, here we go.
All right, so we got Mr. Santa Maria up here, guys. Get some volume there. Let me know if you guys can hear this as well too.
To Instagram and Facebook, fire right now, highest paying in the game.
You can't hear it?
Yes, I'm John. Are you being facetious? I'm just.
Oh, hang on. Why is that?
Just trying to. Are you being facetious?
Okay.
Is that for real?
You can't hear the VOD?
Primo clipped. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being serious. All right, well, check it out, guys. I know Facebook has put out different things as far as posting on their site.
Oh, you'll have to turn it up inside of the Discord
as more competitors enter the market. So just another revenue stream for you guys. Check it out.
Yeah,
yes, I'm John. Facebook offers sweet bonuses for hitting metrics too. Yeah, Facebook's realizing that they're not the only player in this game, especially like with sites like Own and Club coming out.
Mine's up full volume, so.
And that's good because the more competition there is in the market, the better tools you're going to see rolled out from various platforms.
So you couldn't hear that, Howdy?
Nope.
Were you able to read the captions?
I was looking for the volume, so no. Yeah, my stream volume is at full for that channel.
Hang on. All right, we're going to play this one more time, guys, because Howdy didn't hear it. We're going to have a chat about this VOD, and then have one more VOD that we're going to play on this, and then I'm going to show you. We're going to be talking a little bit about Beam Stream today, because it was mentioned in Kick Talks. And for the partners out there that are on KPP, you can stream to Beam Stream and it not affect your KPP as if you're multi-streaming. Because you can use Beam Stream to vertical platforms. So it's the same as if you were using Meld or using any of your others out there. Bunny, I see you. Yeah, so it's the same. It's the same as if you're using Meld or OBS or any type of what's the word I'm looking for? Key to software? Yeah, any type of software to do multi-streaming. Beam has it all, guys. Right through Beam. Even though Beam itself is a horizontal program or platform, you can stream to it with KPP and it not affect you, right? Because it is also a tool to multi-stream with, to vertical platforms. This was talked about this week on Kick Talks. That was one of the only points that really interested me because essentially most of the rest of the stuff that was being talked about in chat or anything else like that there was just the same old that we hear every single week. It's always about the ads and always about and then we get pretty much the same answers, same questions, different words, same answers, different words, on the same topics. So
so you're saying it because we're both partners.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to go stream to Purple and I do it through Beam, I don't have to turn off my
No. You can do vertical, which Purple is bringing. You'll be able to stream to not vertical, sorry. Vertical. I was right. You'll be able to stream to the vertical that they're bringing to the Purple platform, and you can stream through Beam to all of the other vertical platforms because you can Beam has a connect for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of those, right? And you can multi-stream through Beam. Beam is what you connect to your OBS or your streaming software, right? And then Beam broadcasts it out to all those other platforms.
And how much does Beam cost?
Beam doesn't cost you anything if you get that. Like, I'm sponsored through Logitech, so I don't have to pay for my Beam. If you were to pay for Beam, it would be like $3.50 or something like that. About the price of a sub, somewhere around there. Price of a sub for us Canadians. It's not a lot. Well, no, it's not. It's not in Canadian dollars. It's in U.S. dollars.
I know, but when a Canadian now pays, because we're Canadian, don't we pay a sub now because of what's going on in the economy right now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I buy subs every day. So Beam itself is a horizontal platform, but it's allowing you to go to all those verticals. And this was a deal that was made between the two platforms that wouldn't affect KPP. It was something that the creator of Beam actually kind of was reaching out to get a deal with Kick, and obviously they made it because this week on Kick Talks, Santa Maria put it right out there. So that I still have to do a little bit more investigating on it, guys, just because I want to understand how it is when we're doing it. When we're setting up as partners, we have to either go to multi-streaming or we have to go to just straight kick KPP, how is it that we set our nodes on that if we're streaming to Beam as well too, right? Like, you know what I mean? Do we still have to put it to multi-stream even if we're only streaming to Beam, or how exactly does that work at the end of the day, right? So I want to get more information on that for y'all so that you know exactly
This
how it
is
works.
why I like Melt. You just put all the addresses in.
Yeah.
Hit what you want live.
True. Okay, just give me a second here. I think I might have did something wrong here. Howdy. See if you can hear this time. Because I want Howdy to hear this. If not, try and read the captions, because this is it's one of the great things when somebody does captions on these. That hopefully, because I want to include you in this conversation here too. I want you to be able
Instagram and Facebook fire right now,
your
highest
thoughts.
paying in the game. Yes, I'm John. Are you being facetious? I'm just trying to.
It's not very loud either.
Is that for real? Nemo Supremo
The
clips.
Animatrix.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being serious. All right, well, check it out, guys. I know Facebook has put out different things as far as like posting on their site, their platform more as more competitors enter the market. So just another revenue stream for you guys. Check it out. Yes, I'm John. Facebook offers sweet bonuses for hitting metrics too. Yeah, Facebook's realizing that they're not the only player in this game, especially like with sites like Own and Club coming out. And that's good, because the more competition there is in the market, the better tools you're going to see rolled out from various platforms.
Okay. So were you able to hear it that time, or read the captions, Howdy?
I was able to hear it.
You were able to hear it? Okay. So it was something I did wrong. It's, I'm still figuring some of this stuff out, right? Okay. So what that clip was about was basically somebody was letting Santa Maria know about some things that are going on over in Kick. Now, with the rest of the post,
to Instagram and Facebook fire right now.
It goes with this. This is what the actual post was on and guys, on the BuzzWord X, I already have these posted as well too. So Kick staff, Santa Maria surprised to find out that Facebook is paying some of their small and medium-sized partners better than KPP pays them. Facebook offers bonuses for hitting certain metrics like make 2 reels that hit 13K views and get $45. So essentially what the person is talking about, that what they're giving to Santa Maria at this point. I haven't. I have a couple people over on Facebook that I want to talk to about this, where I will get more in depth on that. But essentially, this is the post that has been put out. So we're just going to talk about the post today. I'm going to look more into the Facebook thing, and this will be something that we talk about maybe next week as well too. So essentially, what the post is saying, if they make a short, make a VOD, like a clip, and it reaches 13K views, they just get a payday. They get like a $45 for that VOD, extra on top of the rest of their partner pay and the other things that I'm not 100% sure what Facebook is fully offering. We haven't got that far yet, but we are going to be talking about all the other platforms and what it is that they have offering. We're going to pick a platform a week, and we're going to talk about it and break it down. I know a little bit more about Beam, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Beam today, but I am going to do a more in-depth on Beam as well too in the future, because I do know that they've been doing a lot of work over there even since I've been using it.
I don't know if it's me. Are you saying Beam, Beam as in Mike, or Bean,
Beam,
Bean as in
Beam,
November?
Beam.
Okay. It's like
Beam.
Bean is a great name for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, on that VOD, guys, what's your take on the comments and that Santa Maria gave back? I give you the best context that I have right now. I wish I had more. This is just the context of the post that I give you. So, um, essentially, what it is they get paid some extra money for doing a little bit of extra work.
Well, to me, that's what businesses do, right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're an employee in a business and you put in some extra work, you get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my first thought is, does that mean Kick is going to do it?
Well, this is the thing. Essentially this is put it on the table when someone mentioned it. Hopefully, it's something that's kind of going to be considered, or maybe they have their own version of this already in the works, and we just don't know yet.
I mean, I like the fact that he's like, hey, if that's an opportunity, go get it. Right? Like I'm glad that it wasn't other platforms are like, no, if you do this, you're horrible. Like, I do like that he was encouraging.
Jason, Mad TV, I see. Yeah.
So the other side of this is, I have been told, I don't know if this is true, but if you're a partner on Kick and you multi-stream and are a partner on another platform, you get less pay from Kick. That is, I don't know if that's true. Someone else will have to confirm that. That means it's less encouraging for you to go to that other platform to do the other thing. I don't know if the split income equals out or it gets better too. So someone else has to explain that to me.
I'm going to explain this more when I talk about Beam later. So we'll see. I got your question and I'm going to save it because I'm going to be already have plans to explain and break that all down for everybody when we get a little further into when we talk about Beam and stuff. But yes, that's a very valid question, and I already have answers for you. Aiden, did you have something on it? Or?
I mean, getting traction on Facebook is hard. YouTube's even harder. If you have that opportunity and they... No. I was like, did he just die? What the heck happened?
No, he's taking a break.
I'm always going to tell people to work their socials, to use their socials as a way to reach. So if you can do that and make like an extra bonus, whatever, from Facebook, do it. But so many people have, like, so many streamers I find aren't using Facebook, which is if you put your clips on Facebook, those reels are going to cycle literally forever in like the algorithm for Facebook. So I mean, it wouldn't hurt. What you hit the right metric and you get a payout. Oh no! Like, I feel like you should never close the door.
I don't think you should carry all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, well, my brother says that all the time, and now he's streaming on multiple platforms. But for Nix and I, like, we've got so many people who need us on Kick. It's not an option to try to take on another platform.
And that's the thing. I don't think that multi-streaming and there is a bit of work to it because when you are multi-streaming and you're on multiple different platforms, I mean, there's networking that you need to do on all platforms. Now, if you just use your socials for networking, well, then that's kind of simplified, right? Because you're using your same socials on every single platform and you're just sending people to your socials. But one of the most important most important ways to network, and a lot of people miss this, is you need to go out and network the platform. You need to go out, you need to meet the other content creators, you need to talk to them, the ones that have been there for a while, ask them about the platform, what their experience has been, make connections, talk with people, and essentially make friends. And that's going to help you grow everywhere because you'll be surprised at the amount of people that you're going to meet multi-streaming. And this is one of the things I'm also going to talk about when I talk about Beam, the importance of a platform like Beam, or it being a platform of its own that is built primarily for you to multi-stream to multiple places, and that's their goal, to be able to put you on every platform through their platform, right? Like they're trying literally to get every single platform that they can, and they're making the connects, and they're doing things, and they're doing giveaways. Like they've given away, I don't know how many actual PCs they've given away. I want to say 5. I think at least 5, maybe more. Since I've been with Beam, since I've had an account on Beam, and I was one of the early people, one of the first people, on Beam when they first came out. So the thing is like with anything, and Facebook being considered almost like a social media, and I think that Facebook's VODs are vertical too, are they not? See, this is what I mean. I'm going to pick a platform, and then I'm going to talk about that platform. We're going to do that like each week. I'm going to pick a platform because I want people to know what it is that is out there and how it could benefit them if they were multi-streaming. Kick with well, actually I got to wait for Howdy because I'm going to end up answering the question that he had asked. I was holding it for when we were going to talk on Beam, but come on, man, you shake it more than twice. You're playing with it. Let's go.
Yeah. I think that's a Canadian saying.
No, it's American too. I can still hear you. I had headphones on at all times. I was listening the entire time. I was just right, I was yawning, which is rude, so I had to make myself some coffee.
Right. Okay, I will be right back. I haven't even had coffee yet.
Yeah. So since we're talking about Facebook real briefly, I have streamed to Facebook, and I can test it again too. The one big thing about Facebook that keeps me away from it is if you have music on your stream, it'll get muted. And YouTube is like this too. You have to find a way to make sure that your music, if you're playing, which I don't know any streamer that doesn't use music when they're streaming, like you have to make sure that on YouTube you're not having that music go through, or else you cannot monetize that clip or that VOD or that stream. Same thing with Facebook.
Let me reach out to Mario, sorry, Mario. Angel Mortaz is the CEO of Beam, and I think at one point in time that they were working on a thing, because what makes it hard is when you're doing the multi-streaming thing. Now, Twitch, if you're using Streamlabs, you can turn.
Same with Meld.
Meld. You can take the music off. I don't know if you can do it for like Kick and the other platforms. So if you're able to turn it off, that's where you have to turn it off. You have to make it so it's not recording on your VOD on the stream that you're going to Facebook.
Or YouTube.
Yeah. Right? So if you're able to adjust that in your streaming software, that's where it needs to be done. Right? So you just have it so you're playing music while you're streaming, but it's not going to be on the VOD. And the VOD is where the problem is. So, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is something else that we're going to look into, because this year is going to be a common issue for people when they're streaming out and everything else like this. So this is an important thing. This will be something else that we'll look into and we'll talk about on a future show for sure. All right, so I'm going to wait for Aiden to get back. We have one more VOD, but to touch base, so I'm going to kind of answer a question that I was saving for when we talked about Beam, because I wanted to break it down and then kind of show people, because I got my Beam account over here. I'm going to pull that over and I'm going to show you guys what's going on over on Beam. Excuse me. So essentially, you can't stream to other horizontal platforms without.
Okay, so before you continue on, because I don't understand what you're saying, what is a vertical and what is a horizontal platform?
What you're streaming on Kick is vertical, or sorry, is horizontal. Sorry.
What is it? I mean, what does
vertical,
that mean?
Vertical. It's the wide version. It's the vertical
okay
version.
So you're talking about
when you
mobile, which is vertical.
Yeah, vertical is
Okay.
so like on Facebook Shorts or YouTube Shorts and all and TikTok and all that stuff, that's vertical, right?
Got it.
So as a partner, if I want to multi-stream to other vertical, or sorry, not other vertical, other horizontal sites, um, like Kick, I have to put on the multi-stream tab, and it cuts the CCV down by 50%. So instead of me receiving, or the KPP by 50%, not CCV, the KPP by 50%. So I'd be receiving half pay for my Kick stream. Is essentially how that works. But Kick will pay 100% KPP if you're multi-streaming to the vertical. It's like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and I'm thinking Facebook is vertical too, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into it, or they have a vertical feature, and Twitch is working on a vertical feature as well. So, and I think like probably the majority of platforms are going to end up going that way as well at some point, because you got a lot more IRL streaming and people are streaming it through their phones, from their phones, and everything else like that. So it just makes sense that there's going to be that feature available. So yeah, to answer your question, if you are multi-streaming to the same style in what you're streaming to Kick from, your KPP gets cut by 50%. And the importance of them letting us know that Beam, you also get 100% of your KPP if you're multi-streaming to Beam, is really, really cool, because it's another horizontal site like Kick, right? But Beam isn't just a streaming platform. It is designed to be a multi-streaming platform. What you're going to do is you're going to connect all your other platforms to Beam, which I'm going to show you later. You connect all your other platforms to Beam. You connect Beam to your streaming software, and Beam carries the load, right? Because Beam is the one that is broadcasting out to all those other platforms, not your OBS. Your OBS is just putting it to Beam. So I'm going to show you how that works hereafter. We got one more VOD that I wanted to touch base on that came in from Santa Maria's stream last week. It's about 14 minutes long. I don't know. I'm probably going to skip through a little bit of it, guys. Because I want to touch base on that, and I also want to talk on Beam, and we want to have our final discussions of the day as well too. I'm trying to keep the stream between 3 and 3.5 hours.
I swear, when you said 14 minutes, I heard from all the way over in Canada land somewhere, Danae go, 14 minutes?
Yeah, the VOD is 14 minutes. I'm just gonna try and get to the meat of the VOD. All right, let me get it ready here. Yeah. What's up,
Bullshit.
Triple Psycho Gaming Cupcake?
You're bullshit. Apparently, I'm only tolerated in someone's world.
What you mean? What you mean?
I was talking with Danae the other day about my whole facial thing, and she said, "We love you," or "We tolerate you." Like, you shit.
Oh my gosh. Don't emphasize on that small little phrase. Emphasize on the "we love you." Instead, you completely lost that "we love you" and only said, "well, we tolerate." See?
He did that.
Who did what?
You know. Why am I hearing myself twice?
All right, guys. So we're gonna try and I'm probably not gonna play this all the way through. It's 14 minutes. Bunny, I see you. It's 14 minutes and 41 seconds. So we're probably going to skip through a chunk of this. We just want the meat of it. Lies. What lies? What did I do?
No,
Wait a minute.
me.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Okay, so let's make sure we got some volume here. Oh, we're going to the wrong place.
Yeah, I think you turned me up because I hear me.
Shouldn't be. All right. This isn't. What's going on here? Do.
Okay, so
Hang
let's
on.
start with one that's really in people's mouths right now. Can you give any insight or, you know, upper management decision making on the fact that anyone
Can everyone
below a
hear?
certain unknown
Legacy, let's
threshold
go.
is limited to 720p? Because I know a lot of people don't know the reasoning behind that.
Expect.
They're confused as to, like, why would Kick do this? Because Twitch lets you stream at this, or YouTube allows up to 50k bit rate. Like, what's the decision making behind that one?
Yeah, Santa Maria, I replied to. Okay, I think overall, man, it's just a cost savings thing. All right. Now we pulled out a lot of stuff. We pulled out a DreamHack. I think the biggest thing we saved money on is we pulled out of F1. We did a lot of renegotiation with, like, let's say IVS and AWS. We took a lot of the things that we were doing internally that we were spending money on, and we said anything that doesn't fit the narrative of making the website better and cleaner, we need to do. And when we started doing that, when we started chopping things that we didn't need to be, our focus was on, is that we also didn't want the expenses occurred and now investing into the website to then dip into 95.5, to then dip into Kicks. I don't know if you guys know this, but
what the hell?
Kicks, you get practically 100% of that. Like, we get zero, we play zero cuts with that, right? And then KPP, right? We do not have advertising on the platform just yet, meaning that we don't have a revenue stream to kind of offset. Eddie and Bajan have said this, like, Kick is bleeding money because we are in a land grab state. We are in making the website better state. Now, part of that is that we have to come up with different ways to save money. One of that is that, shit, if we try to push 4K across the entire platform, we're cooked. You're also cooked if you try to push 1080p across the entire platform. You're also cooked if you allow creators to upload videos as an intro video, which I've been fighting for. I really, really want that. I want like an intro video. But guess what? That burns money, especially on any site that might be dormant, right? So, like, think of all the sites that are created and they just upload an intro reel. You're still housing that reel. Another thing that we get that's along this same question is, why are my VODs only there for a certain amount of days, right? Well, it's the same principle here. We have to offload this stuff, or else we get charged up the wazoo for storage and other things like that. So we really had to go through with a fine-tooth comb and say, what are the things we're going to hang on to? What are the things that we don't need right now? And one of the things was pushing 720, 1080, 4K, and 4K is coming, but I don't see it coming until we get ad revenue on board, right? Until we have something to help us offset some of these costs. I also see a world where, and we might be setting ourselves up for this, is like a Kick Pro package, right? So a Kick Pro package where you can immediately opt into 1080, 4K, and have that as an add-on. But right now, strictly speaking, with all the moves that we've made, this is a way to be lean without breaking any of the promises of 95.5, having the best payout under KPP, and allowing you to keep practically 100% of your kicks.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense from a business perspective because I know a lot of people don't understand the costs that come with live productions, especially when you have to pay for all the server time and everything. So, but yeah. Okay. So another one.
No. Follow up. Follow
Uh,
up. Do you buy it? Do you buy that answer?
Do I buy? I mean, I buy the answer from the cost perspective. Because it really is a trade-off. It's like, does Kick want to spend the extra money to allow someone who's brand new to streaming to come on, who has like a 5K setup and stream at 1080p? I don't. Both side. One side of me is like, I get it. Business side, sure, I accept that answer. The other side is like, damn, I really don't like it because for example, I watch friends who don't have a lot of high viewership, and some of them are limited 720p area, and I can see the downgraded transcoding, and I'm like, God, I really don't want to look at compression tiling and these artifacts. Like some of the, so it's a double-edged sword, like where I understand it, but I also hate it at the same time. But yeah, if Kick does get to the state where it allows a bit rates upwards of 30,000 or 30 megabits per second, and then also could allow AV1 or H.265, I would absolutely love that. I don't know how expensive it is in terms of server deployments. I'm not in that realm, but like, yeah. So it's like, again, I get it, but like, why?
All right,
situation.
no. So it's a financial thing, right? So I think when we look at it, we say like, do you want to keep 95% of your sub, or do you want to air in 720p until you grind up to that 1080? You know, I think a vast majority would say, hey, I'm going to keep my money, reinvest in it, and then grind towards it. Another thing that I will say is it doesn't mean that it's going to be like this forever, right? It just means that once we get our ad stuff in, once we start pulling it, once we don't have to cut corners, we're going to start looking at the nice things that we can't want to have, right? And keep them. Look, here's the other thing. I'm not saying that this is the position of Kick. I'm not at all. This is my opinion as an old man. All right. So I played soccer growing up, and I had to start out in the rec league, and the uniforms were shit. The uniforms were just a T-shirt with an iron back number on it, and shorts that were like hand-me-downs from like the previous season. Okay. And I remember looking across the field, and I saw the select team, and I'm like, holy fuck, they got bags. They got fucking bags of balls. They got fucking new painted goals. They got the whole, and I remember looking at my coach, my rec coach, and being like, the fuck is up? Why don't we have, and she's looked at me and she goes, oh, you want that? You better start doing fucking sprints. You better get your touch on the ball. You better get fucking running. You better start talking on the field. You better start doing the things that it takes to wear that uniform, right? And then you get in the uniform, you get on the select team, and you look across the other way, and you see even better team. It's the fucking classic team. And you're like, well, why are they playing in the high school stadium? Why are they doing blah, 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 this and that? Oh, you want that? All right, well, you have to do what it takes to continue to climb this ladder. I think that that's true in live streaming in general. What's weird to me is the clash of socialism and capitalism that exists in streaming, right? Yes. Would it be easy for us to extend 1080p to everyone? Is it going to cost us? Yes. Do we want to dip into 95.5 for that, or anything else that is fleeting? I think that if you're serious about streaming, 720p is fleeting for you. 720p is going to be like, it's only a matter of time before I get to 1080. So does that make sense from kind of my perspective of like, hey man, like you kind of gotta earn things to really appreciate them too,
I do get the like you want that work for it type of mentality. And with content creation, something I think a lot of people don't understand is not everyone's going to make it, and the people who do, it's a small margin. So working for it, I do appreciate that mentality. But also I don't know how detrimental it could be for a creator if their quality is downgraded and limited by transcoding, especially if they're trying to push other content avenues. For example, if you have just like your general, I'll say like an everyday dad, right? Goes and works, comes home, and then he gets a couple hours to game, decides to stream, doesn't have the best setup, but could probably push 1080p. Can't stream, can't record at the same time, so he's limited to Kick's clipping system where he can download the the content his community gets, right? And then if that downgraded transcoded content has to be pushed out, could that be of like, oh, this guy doesn't have good quality, why would I go watch him? Especially if he's going to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, because at that point you're also condensing it to a vertical format. So
that
I don't know.
that makes sense from a business perspective, right? That makes very, very good sense from, well, YouTube's giving it, TikTok's giving it, Twitch is giving it. Why the fuck is Kick not giving it, right? And I think that if enough people want it, all right, this is what I will say. If you email support@kick.com and make a fucking stink of it, I promise you, because that's what Eddie and Bijan do. They listen to the public, right? So I think for us, like for instance, when 95.5 came out, there was a massive push on Twitch. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing 50-50 when this platform's and a platform that was spurned off of Twitch, that was, the owners of Kick were doing business with Twitch at one point. What are we doing? Then there was enough pressure in the market. What I will say is if you guys feel passionate enough about it and we get enough response around it, I could see it being nudged, especially, and again, this is my opinion, is that if I'm sitting in a meeting room and I'm like, look, guys, we're X amount of days away from like launching ads. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just like release the 1080, I see where there was enough demand for it, that could be a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, so going back to this conceptual Kick Pro you mentioned.
Yeah.
Without having to talk about internal pricing that you guys are talking about, hypothetically, would from the business side of things, a $2 subscription to Kick Pro a month, because at that point it's like it's almost nothing to someone, right? Would that be something that would unlock 1080 potentially, conceptually?
Yeah, I mean, I think that has to come within a bundle, right? I don't think 1080 is going to have that power on its own. I think that you have to bundle it. I think that you have to skip ads. You get 1080. You get X amount more badges. You get maybe there's a slightly different viewing experience with certain windows, and there is a certain badge that might come with it. I think that you have to bundle it properly in order for the 1080 and the $2, right? I think Discord does this very, very well. And this is what I've made my argument, all right? My argument internally, so just so you guys know, is I don't think we need fucking commercials. I don't think we need overtake commercials. I hate them. I think what Epic Games and what Discord has done with monetizing the viewership experience has been insane. I think the skins, the bundles, the collaborations that they do make people want to purchase so much stuff that isn't like MySpacey, right? That makes sense with the aesthetic and the flow of the product. I think it's unbelievable. I think Discord Nitro does this very, very well. I love that I can engage with Discord and never see an ad, never see an overtake ad, but I also love that I can do these other little things with the profiles and all these other things. My point is that I think going down the avenue of Kick Pro type of categorical money revenue streams is the way to go for live streaming. I think that anything that if you're running commercials and they take over the entire screen, I think that is a dated way of making money. I think that there's other ways of making money that Fortnite and Epic Games does very well, that Discord does very well. And I would love to see us go in that direction. I think we can include things like merch. I think we can include things like kicks. I think we can start to adapt to Steam. I think that we can, I think we can even adapt to Amazon. I think we could adapt to Alibaba that's overseas. I think that there's a ton of different ways to do the kind of things that Epic Games does, and we can adapt it to live streaming. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, Discord got me. Discord got me with that stuff. Like, I bought 2 of the profile effects, and like, it's you're right. It's integrated into their platform where it's just like, why shouldn't I do this? And everyone, like, I can look at my DMs right now, and there's countless people who have purchased profile effects, profile borders, like everything. Like, Discord does a great job of that.
Cool. All right. What else you got?
All right, I did say that I wasn't gonna do that whole 14-minute VOD, but yeah, we did. Because I don't know, I was like, where do I cut the meat off here? Because I was actually interested in everything that was being said there on both sides of the conversation. So, um, they actually touched base on it quite a little bit in that VOD. Um, I'm gonna pass it to you guys. You guys just watched it as well. Tell me your thoughts on the meat of that sandwich.
Um, so the first thing I thought, and I think I was on the side of whoever that
Hey,
other
Jeff.
guy was right away, is the first thing I thought is the streaming music thing. Um, record companies being so far behind, like when Napster came out and people started downloading music that way, and it would have behooved the music industry to just adapt to streaming music then, rather than waiting as long as they did to do it, because they would have made way more money than they have now,
Mhm.
if they had just adapted that technology. But they didn't, and I was thinking to myself, like he was saying, if you're a small time streamer, I can do this thing over on that streaming site, but I can't do it over on this streaming site. What's the reason for me to stream to this streaming site if I can do it better over there? So I kind of see that point. I also see the point, though, that it's a business decision that you want to make sure the streamers are still making their money. That I understand. But I, I do like that the mention of MySpace was brought up for one. I laughed at that, but yeah, he's got a point with the ads, like the Discord ads. Like they don't overtake my screen. And this is what Aiden had talked about when they first announced ads way back in March, that they weren't going to be something that takes over your entire stream, but now we're looking at down the barrel of your stream is getting taken over. And I think he has a point with, going with those collaborations. You spend this much money, you get this, and not the MySpace stuff. You get like in Epic Games, if you want to be Skeletor, because that's been the topic this weekend, you can be Skeletor. Why not? Why not have a Masters of the Universe type theme on your stream? Or with other games, if you're like me, a World of Warcraft streamer, why not have some cool World of Warcraft team stuff show up on my stream? It's a way for the games to advertise and blah blah blah. But I see the point of holding back certain technology in favor of getting the streamers paid more. But would the streamer get paid more if the technology was there because they'd have more viewers?
True enough. You want to add to that, Aiden? And then I'll give my breakdown.
I don't know. I get the cost cutting thing, and I'm glad it's not cutting into KPP. So, I mean, there's that.
Well, not only KPP, right? There was it's also the 95.5. They'd have to take more of the sub if they had more expenses, right?
That yeah. Um. So I don't know if anybody's ever like noticed this, but if you play games like Once Human and whatnot, where you have to like you can play the game completely fully, no problem. But then they've got the offer skins, and they've got, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be different for a place like Kick to offer like skins and whatnot for your profiles and viewers, because that kind of it gives viewers options for like us as streamers. No, I don't. It's such a hard call. Like
So
we're the like we
I
get a
agree,
skin
lady.
on our what?
Right. That's the side of it that I was trying to think of too. But Skits had reminded me. This is the other thought that I had is that on
Give me a
the
second,
other side
Lydia.
of
I'm going to be
things, like
updating it.
how can you tell? How many people can tell the difference between a 720 stream and a 1080 stream? Does it make that much of a difference? Where saying like I got a 4K HD TV. Well, can you really tell the difference between one that is and one that isn't? Like,
I feel,
does it really matter to you that much?
It's
I
so
feel
little
like
that if you don't have it, you won't notice the difference. No,
no, I don't think anybody that's like putting out 720
I can.
versus 1080.
Oregano says I can.
You can?
He can see the difference. He says.
Well, Oregon. I mean, if you're down at 160p, then God bless you for trying to stream. But I don't think there's a big difference between 720 and 1080 that it would deter people from coming to Kick, considering the things Kick offers.
I agree. Is there anything else you want to add? And then I'm going to break this down, and then we're going to move to Beam.
Oh, go ahead.
Aiden? Okay, real quick. Lydia was speaking in the chat as well, too, about the ads. People can turn the ads off, right?
We don't know.
As far as to my understanding, you're going to be able to have control on them. What exact
To an
level?
extent.
Yeah, to an extent. The deal is you'll be able to stop the ads from going if you don't want them to go right now. You want to finish doing up a thing that you were doing, but you were only going to be able to do that. But this was the same thing over on Twitch. You could only stop it like 1 or 2 times, and then it was forced. There was no getting around it. Which is a great feature because if you just need that few extra minutes to finish up whatever it is you're doing, and then you're going to allow the ad break to go. And I like how they have it set up because over on Twitch, I think it used to notify me 5 minutes before the ads were going to go, right? And over here on Kick, if you got your dashboard open, it lets you know 15 minutes ahead of the ad going. You can do a lot inside of 15 minutes, right? To get prepared for when that ad's going, or you can push the ad. You can say, I only needed 7 minutes and I pushed the ad, right? But no, I mean, you should have a certain amount of control to it. It's going to be interesting. I know everyone is worried because this one ad that was put out with the K in the middle of the screen and everything else like that it was going to, that's all we're looking at is that it's just going to be a full screen ad. I think that there is multiple different versions of ads that are going to come up. They probably aren't going to come out at once. I think that there's going to be different versions and different things that are going to be at play there. I'm not worried about the ads. Like the ads is one of those things that I knew was always going to have to eventually come because if it wasn't ads, it was what is it because the platform needs to make money. It can't only be in one way, right? So if it's not ads, what other way can they make money, right?
Strippers.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it isn't that big of a difference at all, Reagan. It isn't.
That's what I'm sorry, I'll probably say the name wrong, but that's what he was talking about with the Discord thing. The Discord thing, you can make money doing that stuff. Discord seems to be doing well with it, and like
I agree,
unless they don't take over your screen. It's like you look over down at the bottom left. Oh, there's a thing for Masters of the Universe right now. If I get that, I can have a whatever He-Man power sword on my name or whatever. Look great. If it's a product I love, I'm going to probably want to get that thing. And Skits had mentioned this, like, the only control he'd want over banner ads is whether or not he wants to see that particular product, which I do believe Discord does. When it pops up, you can say, I don't want to see this one. I don't care. And it'll go away until the next thing comes up, and you can tell it this is what I'm interested in, this is what I'm not interested in.
Well, okay, so it's already been said that there is going to be skippable ads, and that's what you're talking about right there. There is going to be some ads that are going to be able to be skipped, but at the end of the day, and this is something else too as well, guys. And I believe you'll have the control on it, similar to the way that they have control of it on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you can't bypass that ad, like you're sitting there waiting, there's no skip that happens after a certain amount of seconds of the ad, right? We're always waiting for that skip so that we can skip it and be rid of it. But no, man, that took 35 fucking seconds of our life. We had to watch the whole damn thing, right? Or however long it was. That's actually the creator that has made it that way. It's not the platform. The creator had the option to log that ad in. Because if you watch that whole ad, that's more revenue than what the creator got. So I think that the same control will also probably happen here at Kick. So there will be like skippable ads. They've talked about skippable ads, 7-second ads, longer ads. Eddie was very forward about it. Like, obviously, if you're just rocking 7-second ads, well, then you're not going to make as much as if you were rocking a 30-second ad, right? Like, if you're doing 30-second ads, they're going to be worth more than the 7-second ads.
Right.
Right? They're going to have different value levels.
So what Skits is saying, and what I was going to say is that it's not so much. I don't care about skipping the ads.
Hmm?
I want like, because I've shown my Wee Willy Wizard on stream. I don't need to have ads about Viagra suddenly pop up, right?
Oh, that would be so awesome, though. Come on, man.
You're great.
You could market the shit out of that.
But if you want to advertise on my stream about some artist's new album coming up, great. Let me have that ad run. I don't need to have, like, right now. If you try to have me advertise Jardiance, I would say fuck no, fuck that shit. I have a very strong opinion on Jardiance. I don't want it on my stream, but I don't have that control to say don't run Jardiance ads on my stream. That's the kind of control that I want. I don't skip them, not skip them. I don't care. But make it make it something I'm willing to sell. Not so much what they want me to sell, what I'm willing to sell. And there are products out there that might be willing to sell, and those that you don't want to sell. Same with Aiden. Like, there might be products out there that we want.
I won't promote energy drinks.
Yeah,
see, what if Monster started showing up on your stream?
This is the thing.
See,
this is
not
the,
Aiden.
This is the thing. This was mentioned in a Kick Talks a while back too, when ads was being brought up in topic, and things like that. So there should be, and they've already kind of put that in place. If you see it, and I'm sure you've seen it, Aiden, as well too. They've already put.
I kind of want the Viagra ad now. Thanks.
Well, now you made me forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, okay. So you two with Naked Streamer here and Viagra Girl, fuck man. Seriously. Oh, now Mystical, what are you chiming in with? What if Skull was a monster? Oh my god, you guys.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. There's
I have to
Bunny.
look now.
I thought you fell asleep because I definitely figured you'd been chiming in here with something there too, Bunny.
What Skull's dad was for Monster? I need to stop drinking that shit.
Yeah.
You really do.
Deep Snot or Deadeye, I see you. Giving a content creator control of what type of ad, and this is what I've been trying to get out. This is what I've been trying to get out, because there was a Kick Talk a whiles back where Eddie was kind of also, and I think I've already kind of seen some stuff about this out in the mix of everything as well here too. You'll be able to choose what type of ads too that you're going to play in the sense of the type of products. So if you have in particular things like energy drinks or etc. that you don't want to promote or anything else like that, you should be able to not have those ads there. So basically when the ads come out, I'm feeling that they'll probably have these are the ads that are available to partners or etc. And this might be something that trickles down through, Because on Kick Talks, when this was about the only thing from the ads that I could see with anything to add here today is the question was asked about if affiliates were going to have ads. Well, as we know with Kick always launches everything to first the partners, then the affiliate, or then the verified. So partners and verified get the first crack at whatever new things that are coming out, going through the testing and everything else like that there. But it also goes down to, and especially with ads, it would only make sense that affiliates had ads as well too. So Santa Maria did touch base on that as well too. But I agree that controlling, they're not going to give us 100% control of the ads, guys, but any amount of control that you have on the ads is going to be a plus, right? You know, in 15 minutes, your ad is coming. You can either push the ad now, or you can let the ad go in its time and just do whatever it is that you need to do in that time frame, right? You're only going to be able to push the ad so many times, and then it's going to be, there's no option. It's playing whether you want it to or not. Which is, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, and I think any amount of control that they're going to give you on it is going to be a big plus. But we ended up getting into an ad talk, and what I wanted to talk about with this video. So what they were talking about was the frames and what you're streaming, or the 720 versus 1080p. I'll be honest with you. My whole over on Twitch, when I was using Streamlabs, I streamed out to 780p. Or not 780, 720. And the reason for that is because there was still cell phones and technology out there that people were watching streams on that couldn't do 1080p. Right? So in order for me to stream to them, I did 720p. First year and a half first couple of, actually no, right up until this year when I got partner and they forced me to do 1080p, I was still doing 720, right? It is not that much of a difference. It's not that much difference in the quality. And I mean, if you do have a device that's going to take 1080p over the 720, what are you going to get? A little bit more brightness, a little bit more crispness. It's not enough difference for people to really be that concerned with. So if people are choosing not to come to the platform because when they first come to the platform that they're not able to do 1080p, I mean, it's a very trivial reason. They're putting their thoughts in the wrong place, man. There's way better things to be focused on. Trolls, I sees you. Yeah, I guess that was it. That's it from that video. We're gonna move over to Beam here, guys. So I'm gonna explain Beam to you a little bit and explain multi-streaming to you here a little bit. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Go here. Share entire screen. All right, guys. So this is my Beam, my personal Beam. Okay. So this is all of the well, not all of them, but this is a few of the platforms that I was streaming to. So we're going to go to start stream. Oh, we clicked on the wrong fucking wrong monitor. All right, so we come into start stream. All of these over here, and I'm trying to do it on the wrong screen. All of these over here is where I have my connections for all my platforms in here. So you can come in here. Now, if you see these ones here that has the little edit that is on the side, when I change it here, it's going to change it on the platform as well. So when I change my game and title and everything in here in Beam, It's going to change on Kick. It's going to change on Twitch. It's going to change on Valora. Right? Automatically. I don't have to go over there and do anything. I'm already ready to fire, right? YouTube's a little bit different. So as you see, I got 2 YouTubes here. I got one YouTube was for the vertical shorts, and one was set in here for the horizontal. So essentially what they're saying is you can stream to Beam now, and Beam itself is not going to cause you to lose any of your KPP pay. The way that Beam works is I come and I put all of my platforms in here that I'm using, and they have access to, like, it's all encoded in with them and everything for over 80 plus platforms, approaching 100 different platforms. And what you can stream. Rumble, all of the other platforms are all in here. Rumble actually has its own, it's locked in the same as like Kick and Twitch and the others. As you see, it's right here. Now you do have to change your title differently over there. So essentially they're saying this one here is not a problem, even though you're streaming to it the same. And the only reason why is because Angel, the CEO of this company, approached and worked things out with Kick and stuff, because it's not only a platform that you'll be streaming on or streaming to the same as what you would be Kick. It's designed to take over the multi-streaming and be less stressful on your gear and on your equipment. This is why I had chose Beam to do my multi-streaming from. This is the only thing you're going to hook to your OBS or your streaming software is Beam itself. Beam does all the rest of the work. Now, what advantages are we going to have if we're, and this is your Beam if you're out in the search and everything else like that, right? So it's actually nice, crisp. Oh, wait, I switched things and it didn't go. All right. So this is what Beam's going to look like, when you're out on your homepage. But hang on, I got to mute this now. Okay. So what's your advantages of even just streaming to Beam as a partner? All right, partner program. See if I can get into it here. Because I used to be, well, it'd take me nothing to be partner over here again. Got to remember where. Maybe channel. No, I have to actually check and see where they have that set now. Actually go back out here. So sorry guys. The advantage to doing this, even if you were just streaming to Beam, look at what Beam is doing, right? Beam is streaming out. They have all these other platforms that are using Beam, so therefore they're on Beam. They're also building on Beam as well too, right? Potential people that are on this platform right now doing multi-streaming that may not have came across you over here on Kick, but came across you over there on Beam, right? They found you on Beam because you were doing some vertical content on TikTok or one of these others, and then they found you through Beam, right? And then they say, hey, you know what? I'm on Kick too as well. I'm going to come and follow you. I want to see what your content's all about. This is how you network, platform network, how you work within the platforms to expand growth. And this is exactly how I did my foundation and sorted my foundation out for my partner push. I started multi-streaming at the mid-November, and I multi-streamed right on up until mid-January. That helped me get the base foundation that I needed at 55 to 65 to get that final push going in across February, but I had a bunch of hours that had to fall off and a bunch of smaller streams that had to fall off going through February, coming into early March when we finally got Kick Partner. Right? So this was the method that I used. This is how I went out and networked and grew. Right? So there's... Oh, wait. You guys can't see shit.
So, I did notice that there's a Foster Kitten
Yeah.
live stream that I'm kind of curious about. But my question to you is this: is that
What?
you were live streaming? Why aren't you live streaming?
I'm live streaming right now, Howdy. What are you talking about?
I think he means why are you not multi-streaming, not live streaming?
Or, my God, multi-streaming, yes.
Why aren't you live right
Chat,
now
was there-
talking to all
yeah.
these people?
Chat, was there anyone else that got confused about that? No, I'm just messing with you, Howdy. I'm just sorry about the dig, man. I had to put that in there. And I was like, wait a minute. Even though I knew you were meaning multi-streaming, I was just like, wait a minute. I can't let this go. I can't let this pass by. I had to.
I think he's picking
I
on you.
would. That's it's okay. You have had a few shots over the last couple of days. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. That's true.
It's all good. It's all good. I got yogurt and granola, but I really want bacon. Okay, Lady Panic Pants. How come I'm now multi-streaming? I stopped to multi-stream and